Hello and welcome everyone to this week's episode of our Good Society campaign, Reading Between the Lines. We are here and we are very excited to play. We're gonna go around, we're gonna say who we are and who we're playing, and then we're gonna get right into it because it's gonna be a drama-filled night. So why would we delay any further? I'm Lindy, Laugh of Lindy, and I will be playing primarily Imogen, but I also have the delightful side characters of Reginald the Butler and Count Damon Williams, who's just the worst. Below me, on the overlay, we have Yutsai. We have your voice, but not your face, but I have a picture for you, so it's good. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well. Tech issues. Oh boy.
Love them.
Yes, but I'm also excited to be back. I watched last episode and wow, a lot of things happened.
Only one or two.
I think I lost count about how many things happened, but we could probably narrow it down to shit and fuck as the one and two things if we really wanted to try. But yes, I'm Yutsai. I playing Sylvia, a noble whose vengeance was taken from her. Nafisa, a young woman who is desperate for romance, but even more desperate not to die alone. And it's me, Olivia.
Olivia's my favorite.
I love her so much.
But who also is my favorite would be Nuggetosaurus. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's Wednesday, which is always a good day when we're playing this game. I am going to be playing Sienna Trafford, who's learned some things about her parentage and is not very happy about it. As well as Saoirse, who's has known some things about her parentage and is also not very happy about it. So
don't worry, we'll be orphans soon.
Oh,
well, you'll be half orphaned at least.
Yeah.
Someone who's one of their characters is half orphaned. Dimples and Dice, how are you tonight?
I am feeling great. I am not feeling like assassination, but I'm feeling great nonetheless. I am Dimples and Dice, he, him. That is where you can find me around the internet. I will be playing Jamal, Shaka, Sebastian, and Lawrence. Jamal, who is maybe trying to get married, but you know, there's some dads who don't necessarily like him.
That is true.
Something that me and Shaka have dealt with throughout our lives.
Yeah, just a few daddy issues.
Jamal,
just a few.
Me and Jamal.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Shaka is now trying to make up with his brother, whether he does it or not. And then the others, well, we'll get to them later.
Cutting out a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mic is too high. Hi.
Hi.
Yes, we will definitely get to what's going on with Sebastian and Lawrence at some point in the near future.
So excited because they've been quiet for a little bit, so you know.
I know.
Just like Damon
Causing
Williams
trouble.
has been quiet. I'm sure that's fine. Someone who is rarely quiet, at least in tabletop games. Snow, how are you doing tonight?
I am very ready for some death because I'm Solange and I play French people, and French are particularly partial to death of the little variety. And other than Solange, I will be playing Fanny Green. I'm very excited to maybe talk to Shaka. Luckily, my dad elucidated me that, oh yeah, that fancy noble lady's his mom and she's a queen, and she's like, what? At least, you know, it's his mom and not another rich old person that he's gone off with. So, you know, very excited for that. I'm looking forward to some murders of the maternal variety today.
Someone who might get murdered as they play a maternal figure today. Trooper, how are you tonight?
I feel like I'm gonna be murdered. These are just my feelings right now. I may not be. Maybe what will happen is that Imogen will realize that she's been a bad daughter all this time and will go and murder Sienna, who is also a mother. So murder a different mother. And then also just like murder whomever will be useful. And then
she's told me my whole life that I'm a bad girl and I'm about to prove her right.
Hey, you know what? I support you. And I'm our facilitator for today. I'm also very stealthily retweeting the go live tweet. If you're hanging out in chat, you should do the same. If you haven't, why haven't you? because people should know about what's about to happen today.
Or don't. Like, I care.
Or don't. Yeah. Yeah.
Psh,
Yeah.
so cool.
Okay, and I had too many characters. Did it, retweeted. So, hi. We are at the moment about to just finish up our third cycle and begin our fourth. This is episode 11. And we are
12, technically.
I'm right. Is it?
Yeah. I mislabeled last week, so I
What?
noticed we had 2 episode 10s, and I was like, oops. So
Oh, I
it's
see.
episode 12. Oops.
Okay. We
I fixed
definitely
it right
need one
before
more
we
week.
went live. I was like, edit
Oh my goodness.
to episode 11.
Oh my goodness. We'll definitely need one more session besides this one. So, well, there are many things I want to say. However, I cannot say any of those things just yet because somebody was missing. Somebody who's playing the amazing Olivia. And without Olivia here, what was the point of life? But we did get amazing letters. And I just want to give a quick check-in about Sylvia's reputation. We just need to do that. And there's no way also my players are chatting in chat in the most amazing way ever. Oh, I see you. I see you, Tsai. That's amazing.
I thought that was a great idea.
It is really, it's a great idea. Yeah, it's a great idea. So let me just ask you, Yutsai,
Yes.
for Sylvia, and please remember all of the things that you did, including threatening people with swords in the middle of a whist tournament in public. And, you know, all of the other sort of good choices that you made. Did you, in the last session,
I did nothing wrong.
act in the service of duty or morality in a way that compromised your desires, acted in obedience to society's conventions despite considerable hardship in doing so, or made a sacrifice or denied your desires to uphold the superiority of your rank?
Feel like there may be a possibility that threatening the lives of people you've sworn vengeance to could be seen as a noble act, one that maintains the status quo.
If you're a man, maybe.
If you're a man, maybe. Yeah.
That's right. That little detail. I do
Yep.
feel like I may have failed in one or all of the above.
Okay. We'll take yeah, so the thing is, I feel like you did some really great things for the people during the peasant uprising. I feel like you did do some great things, but I do not think that any of those things that you did either compromised your desires or were considerable hardship.
I would like to cut in. I think
I'm ready.
Sylvia absolutely did because she did not kill my son, despite vowing revenge. I think that was a considerable hardship for her to not murder my son.
And to be fair, she did want to kill him. She was very
She did.
convinced that
A lot. She wanted to.
she heard from his own lips that he was her father's murderer.
And you
Okay,
didn't.
for the
Gave my word
record,
to Agnes, I would wait.
for the record, you all just made me lightheaded. I laughed so hard. I just need you to know that. I accept that
Welcome.
you do get I accept a good positive because you did. You restrained yourself from murder. I do feel like that should result in, like, in the middle of the peasant uprising, rather than finishing your murder, you did stop and do the helping. So what positive tag do you think you would get for that?
Restrained myself from murder. I don't know, the bare minimum. The lowest bar.
I would say, however, that depends on how you look at it. Sometimes murdering is the noble thing to do, and not only your right, but also your responsibility. You know?
It's more of a phrase and then one adjective, but duty before honor.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's fair. Duty before honor. I would add that to your tags. So then let me ask you the follow-up question. At any point in time, you know, in the second half of our third cycle, you know, with the whist tournament, etc., did you act in contravention of society's conventions, act on desire in a way that compromised your duty or morality, or allowed others of a lesser rank to talk down to you or treat you as an inferior?
Probably the first one. I'm not sure. Is Solange technically my superior or inferior in any regard? She did like yell at everyone, including me, after everyone was like pointing swords at each other.
Countess? No.
I married the Earl, so yeah, Countess now. But whatever my Lady Noemi was, I would inherit her title as well after this. So
and technically, I'm just an heir, right? So I don't even have the rank yet either.
And you're not actually. Yeah.
They were nobles of the sword, so.
Yeah. It depends on what rank you are.
Aristocracy. The aristocracy, when it comes to that, they're at least knight and above. So.
But Earl's up there.
Yeah.
So I just need to
Earl
know.
Or Count. That level.
All the same, I think I did do something bad.
Yes. So what tag do you think we would get for that?
Throwing accusations in the heat of the moment.
Bloodthirsty.
Did I have that one already?
Or brash. Brash could be a good one.
Why don't we call them unorthodox? Or even worse, progressive.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I think Sylvia might like that one.
See, look, I played a character who really loved all of his negative reputation tags. That did not work out well for him in the end. He just kept doing things to get them because he thought that society was hypocritical and boring. And so Lord Byron all over the place. And let me tell you, he just got lots of negative reputation tags all the time. And he thought that was great.
Done that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, it is like, I don't care what, and then like, it was bad. So
and society decided to fuck you.
Yes, they did. They're like, no.
Yeah.
You can only run around in your dressing gown in public so many times before they will not invite you to parties.
If I haven't had Bloodthirsty yet, I think that might actually fit decently. She is pretty quick on the sword when she's allowed to be.
Well, even when she's not allowed to be honest. But you know what? I think that's lovely. Speaking of loveliness.
You could go dangerous.
Dangerous is good too.
Bloodthirsty, dangerous is like a wider feeling to it that could be used a bit different situation.
Yes.
You know what? I think I'll dangerously bloodthirsty. I think I'll switch to dangerous.
Johnny Dangerously. Speaking of Olivia, the most beloved and dangerous. Olivia, during the whist tournament, the annual Blossomfall whist tournament and peasant revolt, did you bring scandal, shame, or severe embarrassment to the household?
Not at all. I was quite good at that event, I'd say.
You did attend the event as not a staff.
Yes. I feel like you did.
And you sent me panties.
Yes, that as well. And also a drawing. Which
you opened the packages, that's right.
I did open the packages. Reginald had to know. Reginald is like, I don't want to know, but I should know.
I asked, I was like, do you open the package?
Yes.
I saw the face being like, I should not, but I must. And then you did. And then it was just better and better.
Or worse and worse if you're original.
Or worse and worse. Yeah. Which upstairs character do you think that Olivia's shenanigans looked worse upon?
I mean, if I had to like make just like blanket statement, it's probably whoever is in charge, right? A servant's running wild, doing all this stuff.
Yes.
So who's technically in charge?
That is a little bit vague.
Yeah.
You have two main culprits or suspects or possibilities, Solange and Sienna.
It would most likely be, even if Solange is technically the married widower, and would have
Although
like
it has not really been announced.
right. Sienna's the one who has that like recognizability of the gray name. So
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Every set, like I remember you jumping out. It's like, oh, I'll save you from trouble, and now all the bad things happen to you.
But that's because, and she doesn't, and you know what? Not only are all the bad things happening to Sienna, she doesn't even deserve it because she's not actually even the child. She was just a decoy. So, what negative tag do you think that Sienna will get based on Olivia's inappropriate behavior?
I want to say something
man.
like unsuitable or unfit to lead, or something like that.
Oh,
Negligent?
ooh,
Negligent's a decent one.
negligent. Now I must ask the most important question. Olivia, did you go out of your way to protect or restore the household name?
I seem to recall Olivia lounging on a wine chair. I got a chair with a glass of wine during the attack, so I'm gonna lean towards no,
right.
But
It wasn't really
surprise me.
Wasn't really my priority. It's just I was having a good time, waiting for my prince.
We loved it.
I have a question. Okay,
Yes.
real quick.
Yes.
First of all, which grave household are we talking about? And second, can we like out of character ask if they shaboinked? And if we're keeping her on retainer for like 9 months for a reason? Because if so, that is technically preserving the household name, just the wrong graves.
I like what you're thinking. Having sex for mechanical benefits.
I mean, not
That's the whole point of sex.
Words, but yeah,
is mechanical benefits.
If you ask my
The
mother,
logic here is wild, but I love it.
Just doing several like steps, leaps.
That's just a resolve token right there. Pregnant with that's just a resolve token to be pregnant with the next heir. I'm just saying that's what that's all about, Olivia. And so like, and also you didn't have to spend that resolve token to keep your job.
Right.
But
right. I still have that one.
Absolutely could spend that resolve token for heir babies. Anyhow, I feel like it's probably not out yet, so I think it probably wouldn't count just yet.
I then think that technically Olivia was not rising to the occasion regarding your question.
Well, I guess. I mean, we don't know. I don't know.
I have ideas.
I'm happy. I'm here for it because everybody's promised me all the drama. So let me then ask the follow-up question. I believe everyone has monologued this cycle. I believe that is the case. Yes?
I think so.
No. I do not think any of Yutsai's character have monologued this phase, this cycle. So
I don't recall specifically. I know I used my token early on, but I'm not sure if I've actually done one yet.
I do not believe you have. I was checking. So we need a monologue from one of your people. This is part of our upkeep.
Cool. Do I choose?
By the way,
throw something at me?
No, you can choose. I would just like to point out that Olivia did see Heathcliff shot in the face by Sienna, and then, well, sorry, in the neck, in the throat box, in the speaking place, and then beaten to a pulp by Jamal so that it would not be apparent that he was shot in the neck. Just want you to know that, that was something that Olivia knows about, if that impacts your desire for who you would like to take as your monologue.
Right. I see what you're getting at, Mr. Facilitator.
I would never stir the pot, ever. Just saying, I would love to know what Olivia thinks about seeing her bow struck down by Sienna, just like up all in the space mean, I'm just curious.
Yeah. I think Olivia would be a fine choice for a quick monologue here. Let me check. I'm checking something real quick.
I'm going to reset everybody's monologue tokens.
You could make a case, since I would be the contrarian here. You could
I'm
make
all
a
for it.
case for Nafisa,
I was gonna say,
giving
that was-
the romantic
Ooh.
prospects that have just come across the table
Yes.
for her.
Yes.
She did get an
yes.
offer for a request from a suitor.
Yes, she
There's a
did.
thing
that
I'm happy for
happens.
any of them. I'm happy for any of them, to be honest, because that's both exciting to me.
Morris wishes to court her. So
It's true.
And his like her mom did basically go, "You may begin."
I'm so glad it wasn't Chadwick. Oh my god.
Oh,
yeah,
you have
no.
not seen the last of Chadwick,
Great.
Jamal.
What?
I'm just trying to be a good big brother, and good lord,
Oh,
not Chadwick.
Don't worry, I'm going to punish you for it. I've got a present for you, Luke. I told you I had a present for you.
To
I told you I
clarify,
had a present.
I did watch the episode, but I can't quite recall. I know the letter was received, and I don't know if it was actually answered within narrative by Sienna. I do know that, was it Solange that expressed interest?
Who? What?
For Nafisa? No, it was Morris.
Morris.
Oh, Morris. Sorry.
Young Morris
Yes,
Trafford.
young
Her
Trafford.
whist partner. Her whist
My
partner.
whist
Yes.
partner. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Sienna's stepson now, technically.
So
Mhm.
technically one of her sons.
One of her sons.
Mhm.
Yeah. You've
Mhm.
asked to court one, and the other one has asked to court you.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
mostly just to undermine his little brother, because he's kind of a jerk.
As
no,
silly
Morris
as
is the little
Olivia
brother, you know.
is,
I
I
am
like
the
to
Yeah,
make
but
her
Chad-
consistent. So I think I'll go with Nafisa because I have a better
Mhm.
idea how she's feeling currently.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So
yes.
Nafisa made the offer to marry Sebastian, but then Nafisa gets a request for courtship from Morris Trafford.
And Chadwick hasn't made his move official yet. But it's probably going to make him at some point.
Oh, he's going to make a move.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe whatever move he makes, it will be a bad one.
Yes,
Oh,
it will.
Chadwick.
It's going to be so bad. I'm so excited.
So it's Nafisa in the dark.
Yes.
It's as if they're in blackness with like just a like a caricature sized window with the palest moonlight shining across her profile. She seems to be in deep thought. The scene expands and she is in her room. There's a fireplace roaring, mimicking many of the other fireplaces that happened in many of the other scenes from last time. I'm assuming she's received some kind of written notice of intent from gosh, sorry, I keep messing his name. I want to say Conwell.
Morris.
That's his dad, Morris.
Yep.
I think it will have to be after I always forget her name. I always want to call her like the queen lady, but I know she has a name more than I'm a
Nandi.
badass bitch. Yeah. Yeah, Nandi. there we
Ayolode
go.
Nandi. Mhm.
Yes. He would have sent I would what are like his thing is like
I would have sent flowers.
society back. Yeah, I think just some flowers and just
Probably
know
a bouquet for her
reminded
mother
me of you.
and
Yes.
for her. 'Cause
Mhm.
That's often we.
Mm-hmm. Hope you're resting well. Here's some flowers. I thought of you. Things like that, basically. Very, very casual, very nice, but also it's very much with intention. Yeah.
Probably the right message in the color and
Yeah.
type of flower.
I'm assuming like maybe
Intent
like
to courtship.
like baby's breath and like pink flowers, maybe. I think pink roses. Are those appropriate? Like pink
Probably.
primroses. Yeah. And of course something appropriate and suitable for Nandi because she
Like
is
pink and yellow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pink and yellow. Yeah.
The flowers on the side table, the letter in hand, has been read thoroughly. We've seen Nafisa is an intelligent woman, as shown by her card skills at the whist tournament, and yet her face looks troubled. She stands, addressing the audience. So this is it. My storybook ending. She looks down at the papers, looks back up again. Boy meets girl, boy falls in love. Girl learns to love boy, and they live happily ever after. That should be how it goes, shouldn't it? That should be my happy ending, and yet why do I not feel happy? Why do I feel even more scared than in the cupboard? Why is my throat constrict with no poison? My heart sink with no pain? It should be two simple words at the end of the day. I do. But do I want to? Do I truly want this? For who? My mother, my brother, myself? For the children I may yet bear? For the laughs? For the simple joys? If only it could be so simple. If only my heart yearned to yearn for more than simple joys. But terror is not so easy to shake. And you can see her hands are kind of trembling. And she holds the letter, and then she holds up the book that was gifted to her by Sienna, the romance book, full of tales of romance and wonderful dramatic scenes and adventure. And she walks slowly to the fire that seemed to be filled with burning letters from the course of the last few days. And she kind of looks at both of these things, the letter of intent and the book of romance. She lifts them both up, as if deciding which one to throw into the fire. And she smiles as she says, and they all lived happily ever. And then the curtain falls. You do not see which one is thrown to the fire.
I was about to say, you better not be burning my book. How dare you?
Well,
You
you're a little
dramatic
bedridden.
beast.
She's a dramatic. It's part of the flair.
She's
As
a
a former
dramatic
librarian,
teenager.
I am against this.
Books were very expensive back then.
As a former teenage girl, though.
As a former
It's fair,
teenage
it's fair.
girl.
Former teenage girl, I completely understand. As a former librarian, don't you fucking dare.
I hit the note right. I have no
You
clue
did,
as a
you
former
did.
teenage girl.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
But librarians.
You don't want to travel the world
Okay.
with Morris, or do you? Excited. That's a
So-
great monologue.
It was amazing. And we do have a little bit of upkeep to deal with at this point. Let me ask. I've just refreshed my tokens, my resolve tokens. Does anyone here need to replace their desires? For
Not quite
example,
yet.
Prince, does Shaka need a new desire?
Yeah, Shaka does.
Mhm. I suspected so. I'm going to deal you 3 desires. Just tell me if one of those works. Okay, fine. Hold on. I have to. Yeah. I get it. I have to shuffle. I get it. Let me shuffle. All right. Deal. 3. Does anyone else downstairs need to replace their desires?
I do. I'm starting to think maybe my original desire might be a little untenable right now. Especially because everyone wants to get out.
Okay. All right. I will send you. Anyone else downstairs need a new desire?
Sersha.
I don't see these.
It's in your hand, and it's your
Oh.
downstairs desire.
Upstairs.
Because
Unless you're me, then you
Yes.
only get an upstairs
we have
desire.
yes. Because I feel like Fanny might still be able to do hers. I feel like Saoirse may still be able to do hers, but
Oh no, I was saying I've completed it.
oh, you've done yours.
Yeah.
Ahem. You have completed your desire.
I believe so, yes.
In which case, I'm sorry, hold on. I'm sorry. Could you just say one more time that you, I need to get my cursor working. Could you just say that, oh, I see what's happening. Right. Could you just say that one more time, if you would?
Yeah, I believe that Saoirse has completed her desire.
Wow.
Could you, if you would, tell us what your desire was?
Yeah, so determine your true love's feelings and reestablish your engagement.
Yeah, I think you done that.
We've done that. We are running away to France together.
Woohoo!
Success. If you know what, I would like you to, if you would, take your desire and put your card on the overlays, just so we know that you did it. So it's there
Sure.
as victory.
Hey, leaving it on the staff roster overlay or going back to the other page?
Oh, let me take you there. I'll take you there. Pardon me. That was just the I've got music in my heart. So yes, now, thank you.
Those cards did
Snow.
not go to my hand, by the way. I still don't see those.
Oh, I haven't sent them to you yet. I haven't
Oh,
sent them to you
okay.
yet, but I will. Because I want to find out everybody who's down there who needs them, so I can deal them all out
Got
at the
it.
same time.
Okay. I thought you had already sent them. I was like,
no,
oh,
not
am I
yet, not
missing
yet.
something? Okay.
No.
Got it. No worries.
So Snow, does Fanny need a new desire?
I feel like rather than changing the desire, can I just change the target of said
Yes.
desire? Mostly because
Yes.
through play, I feel like, yeah.
Yes.
Now that I'm looking at Chaka's, though, I could make a case
Mhm.
for me completing his desire too.
I'm sorry. Hold on. What did you say?
I could make a case for Shaka's desire being completed as well.
I see. In which case, would you read to us your desire?
Sure. Do you want the back of the card? Everything that's on there?
Just give us the general back of the card.
I
I think the top part.
Find a way out of your relationship without any repercussions.
Almost got your repercussions, but other people then went wild and took those repercussions. And I was like, well, other people got it for you. I appreciate that. I feel like Olivia's very close to her secret desire.
Oh no. I'm scared, but I love it.
Very close. Very close.
Chief
So that means
laundress.
I've got two people. We've got Shaka and also Saoirse, who need new desires from the downstairs area. Is that everybody? Okay. I am dealt. Please look at those. I've dealt each of you 3 cards. Please look at them and check them out. And also, Prince, if you'd put your card on the mat as a sign of your victory, your old desire, that would be awesome. So, upstairs
they
people.
Show up. Oh, never mind. I
In
see them.
your-
Sorry.
Yeah, they're in your hand. Upstairs people. Do any of you need new desires?
Not quite yet. I think
Not
I'll
quite yet.
finish it in this last arc and be good to go.
Yes, I think so as well. Anyone else?
I'm
Working
not
on
sure
mine.
if Sylvia's is technically done.
It doesn't seem to me that it's done, but we could have that conversation. I feel like you're probably still working on it. I think.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was more singular or more plural, so to speak. So
Yeah. I feel like you've not finished the turning of them.
gotcha.
So
Downstairs
if,
characters, please.
if I've completed this, do I need to take another one?
Yes.
Okay.
You're always
Mhm.
working on desires.
Always
More
work
is
because this is
more.
how.
Got it.
People
More is
All
are.
more.
good.
And let me know if any of those
Ah.
work for you.
Then,
Once
yes,
we've
absolutely.
chosen-
There's number 16 is the easy one.
Once we choose them, what do we do with the ones that we're not choosing?
Put them on the playmat and then delete them.
Okay.
And then the one that you choose, keep in your hand. I'm going to ask this for those who are have downstairs characters. Are any of your secrets, burdens, ambitions, or vices no longer relevant, Olivia? Or anyone? Sorry, Olivia.
Yeah, I think Olivia would need a new one.
What was your old one? Was a secret vice, which was Heathcliff, I believe.
Yeah, just Heathcliff, just the name.
Yeah,
Vice,
yeah,
Heathcliff.
Heathcliff. Yeah. So, in which case, you will need a new secret, burden, vice, or ambition.
I believe new ambition would work.
Oh, okay. Tell me about it. And is your new secret a burden? And is it that you have the Heathcliff's baby? I'm sorry, you said it was an ambition. Go ahead.
It was an ambition. That's a separate matter. Let's see. I think Olivia's new ambition is to become the new Agnes. She's going to be the best servant ever.
But are you going to do this like in a showgirls kind of way where you're going to like push Agnes down some stairs so you can take over? I'm just asking.
Only if she wants me to.
Okay.
Cool.
Sure. Cool. This will all work out very well. With that, I believe we've taken care of everybody's secrets and their desires. Yes.
I
no.
might need a new ambition as well. That
Oh,
ambition
please.
does not look like it's the correct one, and I
Oh.
think I have some
Mhm.
other ambitions
Mhm.
now that do not involve helping little Lord
Yeah, I'm gonna change my
Fauntleroy.
ambition too.
well.
Oh, okay. Fanny, do you have a new secret ambition, desire, or burden?
I think it'd probably be a new secret ambition.
Ooh, what is it?
As a desire. I mean, I'll ask you guys what you think, if it's an ambition or a desire. Get married to the person she loves and become Agnes, not here, but at this definitely not vampire place in the north where there's a lot of
Become Agnes of the Brazelton estate.
yeah, it seems like a great idea, and
Mhm.
It'll be
yes,
great.
there will be a
No one
vacancy
will get
here,
murdered
but
in that house.
yeah.
See, now I know why
No
Olivia's
old-
desire. No, I understand why Olivia's ambition would be secret because Agnes would probably not appreciate knowing that there's a young person gunning for her job, all about Eve. But why is your ambition secret?
Well, she's probably not going to be telling anyone, not just because of like the principle. It feels like it's wrong to, especially because like there's a huge amount of dowry now that
Yes.
she needs to not
Yeah.
talk about
Mhm,
and
mhm.
be
welcome.
comfortable with. And
Mhm.
she's trying very much to be like, hey, Shaka, there's a lot of weird things going on. We should just like leave. I'll probably say
Quietly.
goodbye to Sienna, wave goodbye to, little Lord Renwell and just go. We should just go and like
Whoosh.
resign, quiet quitting, but back in the
Mhm.
back in
Mhm.
ye
Quiet
old day.
quitting.
You're gonna Irish goodbye this. You're gonna Irish
Mhm,
goodbye
mhm,
your
mhm.
job.
Yeah,
Mhm, mhm.
and yeah, like
Mhm.
only probably Sienna would know. That's the more important one because she
And
is,
Reginald would just be like, "Oh no, she gave her month's notice, a month ago. Yes,
yeah.
did I forget to mention that? Oh yes, she's moved. My bad.
Yeah, just we should go because
Your dad's the head butler.
Also, my dad has already written me a letter of recommendation. We're good, So
In
then
which
desire
case,
ambition.
I think it's an ambition. Yeah.
It is ambitious
So
to be the new
desire-
Agnes at the new place. Yeah.
Yeah. And a desire is a bit more like vicey. You know what I mean? Like, they're all a little bit vicey in their own way.
Yeah. Like, is it ambition or desire to have it all? Have the job, have the man of your dreams, everything together,
Preach it, sister. Preach it. We deserve the best we do.
Oh my god.
Imogen?
It feels ambitious, but I feel like it's more of a desire. It doesn't feel ambitious for me. For Imogen, it feels ambitious. And that is to situate myself in a way that I can be loved.
Why is that a secret?
I'll talk about it. That just makes and even more unlovable because people know that you've not been loved. That makes you even less likely to
You're
get loved, you know what I'm saying?
so desperate.
Yes, Imogen
Yes,
is
so
a little
lame.
desperate right now. Yeah,
Shame
and-
is what's making it a secret.
yes,
Yeah,
shame and desperation is what's making it secret, Trooper.
Sounds like a
Oof.
secret desire on my end because it's like because if you boil it down, right?
No, I think it's a desire, but it feels ambitious for Imogen. Like, whoa, me
Yeah.
getting love. That's
That's
pretty
even
ambitious.
more desperate, isn't it?
Madam,
Exactly.
I refer to my not proposal.
Exactly.
Yes.
But I'm not
Yeah.
in a position where I can accept that right now.
Yeah. That's the problem.
So
Right?
that's why I gotta get into a position where I can do that.
Yeah.
That position might be murder, but it's fine.
I'm going to how about it's neither an ambition nor a desire?
Oh, a burden.
What-
Ooh. I'm burdened with not being in a place where I can be loved right now. Yeah.
No, you're burdened with a
The mother.
what's the word? I was trying to find a different word for it other than mother. You're burdened with a roadblock.
Sure.
Something that's in the
A
way
roadblock
with
to
your fighting.
love.
Oh, roadblock to love.
I feel like it doesn't really matter what we call it. We know what it is.
Yeah,
It's a little of everything. It's a little sprinkle of everything.
Jack, it can't go off and run off and get loved as long as I have a mother who says I will never be loved, and also I should murder people.
And who wants to expect something from me and will find me.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's a secret burden, secret
Okay,
vice. It's
I'm
all
here
of
for
it.
It won't be here long.
A good time, not a long time. Let's go.
Yeah. Woo.
I believe that is all of our upkeep, unless there's anyone else who has. By the way, those of you with new desires,
Yeah.
is there any housekeeping that we have to do for your new desire? Shaka or also. Yeah. Saoirse, I need to know because sometimes you have to have a connection or a whatnot.
Not for mine.
I would just say, Snow, take that card and look at the other side of it because it only makes sense with you.
Okay. Let me look. Nobody else look. Oh, yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep, that works for me. Please take that card. It works for me. Also, I do have a present for you that is related to that, which you'll hate and also love. So,
As I've come to expect.
If we are ready, we shall begin our last cycle,
Oof.
cycle 4. This is it, our last cycle. There will be no household gossip phase this cycle. We will begin with visitations because we're going to end our last novel chapter will probably be funerals and or weddings. We are going to begin. I would like to know if anyone has anything they would like to do before I do mine. because I definitely have things I need to do.
I bet you
As-
do.
I do.
You know what? As far as I'm concerned, go right ahead.
I have
Excellent.
something I'd like to do before
Oh.
you do yours.
Before I do mine, are you sure?
Yes, just in case you can't.
Just
You
in
know,
case.
you
I'm just saying, when I go,
Yeah,
Like,
which
you're
is
gonna
why
go.
I have an idea if it is
Please.
possible before
Obviously.
you do, because I'm worried that your thing is also time sensitive. Okay,
you should be worried that my thing is going to disrupt people's lives
just
and
a
make
bit.
things difficult.
Yeah,
Right.
that is what I'm a bit worried about, not gonna lie. So, to add to this, whole thing, I would like to request a visitation with Imogen as
Oh.
Solange
Okay.
and a particular lady,
Girls talking.
a
So,
lady Helena,
Oh.
just to sit
Oh God.
outside for I believe ooh, I think maybe high tea because it'll be a lunchtime
Little
kind
finger
of thing.
sandwiches, macarons, the works. Damn, that sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm
well,
down.
we have to have a discussion about that because
Oh.
Lady Helena
Uh-huh.
is in disguise. She has not revealed herself as who she is because that would be a
Still
problem,
a noble
right?
lady on campus.
She
Yeah,
is
but
a noble
where's
lady on
she?
campus. She was here for the event, the whist tournament, under a
Mhm.
false name, obviously, because she could not reveal herself just yet. She needed to make sure that her brother was murdered before she could then come forward.
Excellent. If that is the
and-
case, to make this happen, okay?
yes,
Could
yes.
I have asked the servants to quickly, especially probably like Fanny or Agnes, to tell me which of the nobility had gray eyes, like has
Ooh.
similar looks to Imogen,
Yeah.
and be very discreet about it. Both Fanny and Agnes are good at that, so I'd probably get one of them.
You have to give me a resolve token.
I would be willing to give a resolve token.
You could probably give a
guess.
resolve token to overhear the meetup with me and my mom from last session.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I already got your I already
Gonna murder
know
her?
that she's here
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
of your
but
letter that I
to
took.
identify her.
But to identify her, because you would have
identify
seen her
her?
going in and out of the room. You would know who she is.
Yeah.
Mhm. I could definitely, if you wouldn't mind, use a resolve token to figure out who she is.
I think that's
Absolutely.
great.
To
Yeah.
get the
And
scuttlebutt.
invite her.
Get
Yeah.
that scuttlebutt.
Who would I be giving this to again?
Trooper's lighting situation. For being
They're
extra
like, no,
dramatic.
too dramatic. We can't. do it."
Helena!
I think. I feel like you'd have to give it to me.
Because Helena
that's
doesn't
who
want
I
to be
feel
found.
like.
Yeah, because Helena
Yes.
doesn't want to be found. That's fine. I would be inviting her to
Mhm.
have tea with me, and I would actually call
Mhm.
upon Imogen to help serve the tea because we're a little bit low on staff. Sorry, Imogen.
Oh, it's fine. I love that.
Yes. So, she is going by the name of Lady Fiona.
Mhm.
I need a really irritating.
A really
Last name.
irritating last name.
Yeah. Lady Fiona. Wait. Excuse me. Most irritating British nobility last names.
Fotherington.
Those are that's what. Give me a good one.
Thwistleton.
Twistle. Oh, wait. I need something that reads. Wait. So here's the thing. I've got it. I need Gaelic. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Georgian, Greek. Give it to me. I know what I need because she's got to be, because you know how she is. Give me a translation. There we go. All right. The word I'm looking for is um 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 what's that word when you have a fake name? What's that called?
Pseudonym?
Pseudonym?
Thank you. Yeah,
You're welcome.
Thank you. I was like, what's the word for pseudonym? Okay, so her name is Lady Fiona Ain Clayt.
What does it mean?
Which it means pseudonym.
Nice.
But Ain Clayt. But she spelled it in a way so that you know wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Lady Fiona Ain Clayt is how she is. That's her fake name.
Surprised she didn't choose like something that secretly means gray or just
Edward
like,
Nigma.
yeah,
Edward
basically.
Enigma.
That would
Aw,
have probably been
Jen
like,
Eric.
oh my gosh. So yes, I would probably be arranging to have. I'll invite her to have tea with me, basically. And
Ain
Lady in
Clayt
White.
Lath, because that is gray. So we're
Oh,
gonna have
of
all of it in there.
course.
Of
Because
course.
she
Yeah.
has to. Because she's that
Yes.
bitch.
Yes, she is. Yes. So where are we?
I'd say
Do we have a
probably
greenhouse? Like, don't we have a nice like-
Absolutely.
yeah.
We're all about the what's the word? Botanicals. We're Blossomfall Park.
okay. Sure. A greenhouse. I'm starting to
It's
have
like the
guesses
orchids are
about.
still in bloom, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little more
Invite her to,
private than being out on the
uh,
grounds.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. And also, it's less likely if, after lunch has been served for people to be in there as well
Mhm.
for tea.
And she's wearing a very stylish little half veil.
Mhm.
Because she's an older woman and she is Pope described her as a Batman villain, and I feel like we could go with that just a little bit.
Little
But
bit.
it's yeah, just a little bit. Well, Lady Solange, it is a pleasure to be invited to lunch with you.
Of course, as the hostess, as of current, it would be remiss of me not to at least speak to a guest whom I did not know was arriving. A noble from Ireland, I believe.
Yes, well, I was here for the Blossomfall
Yes.
Park whist tournament. It is
Of
a
course.
tradition that is well known.
Yes, yes. Typically, I've only ever introduced myself to those of the city and south, so it is
Ah,
good to meet other of the north and see how it
uh,
is. You see, my
yes,
personal maid is Irish, and she is also very charming. So I thought perhaps it would be nice to speak to someone else of the culture.
Hmm. Inside her head, she's like, Saoirse's just not giving me enough intel on this woman. I'm so disappointed. There's just like some disappointment about her daughters not being sufficiently spy-y enough. Just for the record, just so you know.
Okay.
Just-
Yep. And then
She
I'm
is a
gonna
great beauty, just like you,
pour the tea for both of them.
madam.
Oh, and she looks at you as like as the serving maid. Just oh, well, I appreciate it very much. Yes, tell me, how are you finding this estate? And she just kind of looks up at Imogen with like a
Kind of uncomfortable, if I'm honest. I'm used to more of a active social life. After all, someone who is of France and of course the Empire. It is not as metropolitan as I'm used to, but it is calm and peaceful. I appreciate that. Or it was peaceful. And
well,
on behalf of the Greys, I do apologize for all the turmoil you've suffered so far.
on behalf of the Greys, yes. Tell me. And she seems to be very excited to be in this position to just get all of the tea that she wants to get.
Yep.
And
I will
also,
pour her another glass because she's so thirsty for it, apparently.
so is it correct what I've heard is that you have married the former, now deceased Earl Grey? Is that right?
A formality, yes, but we already had a good understanding before his death that I would not be
Mm.
contending his inheritance for his children. I just wanted the, of course, backing of the English courts. It is important to maintain international ties. I'm sure you understand.
Yes, yes. You know, it just so happens that there's some complexity about the lineages of the Grey family. I don't know if you are aware of them.
Yes, I have heard something. Imogen, could you please be a darling and fetch me the elderberry wine? I believe this is going to be another headache. I do apologize. Would you like some?
Of course, Billy.
Yes, certainly. And she waits for Imogen to leave. She's, my dear, I have some information that you may or may not know of. Quite important.
Oh, please do tell. Is it regarding more of my deceased husband's bastards? Because he has them popping out of the woodwork.
Why, yes, indeed it does. It has, as a matter of fact, to do with that young lady.
The most beautiful tutors? Unfortunately, I've had to ask her to do something beneath her just because we're so low on
Yes,
staff.
yes. Well, after that peasant revolt, understandably.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, she is one of the children of the former Lord Grey.
Oh, yes, she has told me. I was rather
Oh,
worried, actually. I was hoping that perhaps someone from the north like you might know about the true Greys, the ones who truly, rightfully own this place.
oh,
After all, it is unbecoming as a member of the old blood to experience such things. It is
oh,
definitely, it's a horror, no?
oh, and she just reaches out and takes your hand. Like, I understand that you have been through there in France, the terribleness of beheadings left and right, and
Yes,
only
yes, those
just a
peasants.
few. Oh, oh, oh. Many people do not understand the difficulty of having to see peasant uprisings. And,
Truly.
well,
Then might you know what is... I know that, unfortunately, you see, dearest Imogen has been so very reserved. I do not know who her parents would be to even talk to them, you see, because that's why I was wanting to speak to you. I know that the northern community is more tight-knit.
yes, yes. Lady Solange,
Yes?
I'm going to tell you something quite shocking. Something that you do not know and could never guess.
I must wait for my glass of wine. Would you like some?
Yes, please.
Of course.
But I
And
should
I'll
say
wait for
before
Imogen.
Imogen comes back, I must tell you before she arrives.
Oh, yes?
I am her mother, the true Lady Grey and heir to this estate. I know exactly what it's like to live through a peasant revolt.
You poor thing. You must have suffered
Yes,
so.
I did. They murdered my husband in the bed next to me. His brain was smashed in and he was hit with a pitchfork and torches and it was, well, this all happened to my mother. I was a small child at the time. Wee thing. But to be a small child and to see your home in flames and your father murdered and the ugly faces of the impoverished poor peasants with their bad teeth and I mean, much worse than my teeth and your teeth, obviously. And their terrible accents and their airs, and to know that they are then creeping about, just making a mockery of everything. You, as a French person, understand. You have peasants running amok just through your Versailles, your palaces,
Yes.
just turning them into some sort of, I don't know what, like
That's dastardly Napoleon has called himself emperor. I know exactly how you feel.
I must tell you, no one understands how I feel. No one understands what it's like to have who you are stolen from you, your name, to have to be hiding in Ireland of all places, when you should be in one of the most glorious homes in all of England.
Truly,
I
yes,
think
I
this is
read
when
about
Imogen
the
would come
estates.
back with the
Mhm.
wine.
Mhm.
Your wine, milady.
Sure.
It's somebody was well,
Imogen,
milady. Yes.
Imogen, she's a sympathetic person. I really wish that I had been told earlier about how sympathetic she was to our plight. I have told her who I am.
I'm terribly sorry, mother. It must have slipped my mind with all the revolts and whatnot going.
Well, yes, understandable. It's
Yeah,
always been a
have the
little bit difficult
glass.
for you.
And I will
Yes,
pour
yes.
her a very full glass of wine.
It was always very difficult for you to think ahead 2 or 3 steps. You need to work on your intelligence, Imogen. Your manners are quite good for someone in your position. I've always been quite impressed with the fact that you are able to behave properly in public. I've been very proud of you that way. You've
It
not
was
embarrassed me overly so.
it was Imogen who told me of the truth. It's opened my eyes. You see.
And she
Imogen, for
pats
like
your
a
hand,
half
Imogen.
moment, is like, what is happening? But I'm gonna play along. But it's just like, I really hope you're not actually on my mother's side in this. Like, oh no.
And your mother pats your hand slightly condescendingly, like, you did such a good job, dear, to tell her about the difficulties. Now, you see, I have a way out of all of these troubles, especially if you don't aim on staying in the estate. You see, I happen to have documentation showing that the late Earl Grey wished to recognize my daughter and have her be his heir, and so therefore she would inherit this estate. And you, having all of your paperwork done, well, I feel like this could be a lovely sort of compromise, and then I can come back and live in my home that I was forced to leave as a small child. And yes.
I see. That is truly very sound. And you are, of course, the rightful heir, Imogen. Is this what you want?
Like,
And then
mother's right
underneath, like,
here.
yeah, underneath her skirt, like, I probably Solange will like lean and I think almost nudge her with her slipper,
Of course.
like a yes or no, like nudge nudge.
Like a no. Nudge back.
Of course, my daughter would like this. I have always been able to tell my daughter's heart, what she thinks and feels. It's always been, if you want to know what she thinks, you should ask me, because I know her like the back of my hand. And of course, this is exactly what she wants. She would love to go and take her proper place as the Grey heir, and to have this estate be transferred to her name. And I'm sure that she will, being so young and impressionable, would need someone of experience such as myself to run the estate on a day-to-day
Yes, that
sort
makes
of
perfect sense. My
business.
Tantine did the same thing while I was growing up.
And she takes your hands. She's like, you are such a dear. You know, what happened to you French? Terrible business. I wish only that the peasants understood their place, where they should be.
It is true.
that Oh, I must tell you, it has been so lovely. You have made my entire life bright and sunny. Everything that I've ever wanted, justice, is coming true to
yes,
this
well,
in this moment.
I'm sure you understand, as members of the nobility, those who love God, we understand his need for justice, for vengeance is
Yes,
needed, yes. And I'm sure
yes, of
you're just
course.
dying to achieve this. And
Well,
then
I just want what is right.
I
You
tap
know.
Imogen, like, yes, no.
Oh.
And I must say, very distressed. There's something else that you do not know that I should, after all, tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Something desperately upsetting.
Here, another cup for you.
Oh,
I'll
thank you,
actually
thank you.
refill myself as I drink.
Yes.
Do tell.
There was a man murdered last night by one of your foreign dignitaries at the whist tournament. That man was my brother,
I thought they
Heathcliff
said
Grey.
he was. Oh, that really? They said it was.
Yes.
I thought he was his child.
No, that was my older brother.
Okay.
By only a few days, but my older brother,
Mhm.
I like to say days, but it's more like moments with twins. I don't want to talk about it. His death was very distressing to me. I was very, very
I'm standing behind my
horrendously,
mother, like,
just horrendously distraught by my brother's murder in cold blood.
Mhm.
I, of course, was not in the room at the time, but I was told that a foreign dignitary beat him to death with a chair leg, which is just a terrible thing.
As she's
And
talking, by the way, I forgot to tell you, and I wanted
Mm.
to say this for a while. I didn't poison the wine, but there is arsenic in her cup.
Oh,
For
I
reserve,
see.
lovely.
resolve token, of course.
Yes. Yes,
Only
for a
because
reserve
Imogen said
token.
no.
oh,
Yes,
Don't
yes.
mind.
Yes,
Let's just
for the
as we're talking.
for that resolve token, this will be a resolve token to murder this innocent young woman.
yes.
But I definitely will take that resolve
It's
token
probably
for her murder.
cyanide, because arsenic's real fucking
Yes.
slow.
Yes,
Yeah,
cyanide
probably
would be.
cyanide.
And
So
cyanide's
it's
got
not
more of an
exactly-
almond flavor, so it's probably
That's
maybe in a
covered
pastry.
well.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
Because
in
if you
these
if you put marzipan, that's almond flavored, so you could have a
Yes.
just
The little
don't eat the marzipan
thinking-
ones.
I was thinking more we would be serving marzipan, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And because elderberry wine is very heavily flavored,
Yes.
true.
having
Yes.
it taste, having the goblet taste like that.
Yes.
would-
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
she's just listening, like, oh dear, you know.
Yes.
just forgot
And I
to
will
mention
just
this.
note
Mhm.
that because you are drinking the wine as well, she is not as suspicious.
Mhm.
She has a family of poisoners. I wish I would have known that you were going to poison her. I would get my blood capsule so I could just spurt blood everywhere right now, but it's over there and you're here. It's all right.
I've
It's
been
all right.
scheming this in secret.
I know, I'm so excited. If I would have known, I would have had my blood capsule so I could just spurt blood everywhere. I'm so excited.
We can pretend.
It's all right. Now, I must say, though my brother was desperately and terribly murdered, I just want you to know that I am a very forgiving person. I understand that my
course.
brother could be somewhat trying, and I'm sure that this foreign dignitary of yours, Prince something or other, James.
Jamal. Yes.
Oh, yes.
The South African
Yes.
prince.
Yes. I understand that such a thing is really deserves vengeance and prosecution and whatnot, but seeing as my daughter is going to be taking over the estate and I'll be moving in and back into my my mother's wing, really, I feel as if that
Your
some
mother,
sort of
is she still around? Do we need to bring her in
Yes.
as well? Of course,
Uh,
of course.
Well, I mean, she doesn't need to be brought in so quickly. I mean, of course, I care about my mother very much, and I adore her, and I do anything that she says.
It
But
must be
I
the
wouldn't want
northern
to.
air, such cleanness. Yes, I
Yes,
understand.
She doesn't need to just arrive here just so. Now that I'm here, especially, terribly sad my brother's has been murdered. So, but I'm sure that we could convince people to let that go, and your Prince Baptiste or whatever his name is, James.
Balfour, Jamal Balfour.
Oh yes. I'm sure that he's what, from south of the equator. They're very hot-blooded and they just sometimes murder people. I understand. I'm sure it couldn't have been helped. And well, if he just happened to have murdered my brother, I'm in grieving and mourning. That's why I'm having a veil. But I'm sure this can be overlooked for the moment, especially now that my simple daughter Imogen is going to be inherit.
Well, I
Excuse
am
me.
so very glad
Grab
you're
some more
joining the
tea,
arch-
mother, and I will.
Yes,
refill
of
her.
course.
Thank you. I never thought, Imogen, you were always such a disappointment. Never smart enough or intelligent enough or attractive enough to really do anything besides being a tutor. And here I am, so surprised that you made such a good ally.
Oh dear.
I'm so impressed. I have never been more impressed that someone of your simpleness has been so effective, Imogen. I'm just so
You honor me with your words. And
Have
I'll
some
like
more tea.
pat her back and like refill her
Um,
tea.
Oh, I have to say,
Lady Fiona. Yes.
Lady Solange.
Of course. Of course.
It is such an honor to meet someone who understands that the peasantry needs to be kept in their place.
Yes,
And
it's so nice to meet another one of good old blood. Good old stuff,
Yes.
one might say, yes.
Yes. You know, what they did to Marie Antoinette was a shame. It was a
It
crime.
was a shame, a crime against humanity in all of fashion. Truly.
Yes, so it's quite hot in here, isn't it?
It
Oh.
is. After all the burning, it's the air here has been rather difficult.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I'm feeling a little bit, Imogen, I will tell you that now that all of this is taken care of, I have the requisite paperwork, dear Solange. And you, of course, are welcome to stay here anytime you
Oh,
wish.
good, Remy. Much pleasure to visit, dearest Imogen. And of course, my friend, Susha. She's such a lovely maid.
Yes. Yes. She actually is also my daughter, and I'm excited for both of them to.
They both take after your beauty. That makes so much sense.
Thank you. I'm so sad that my mother just will not be able to arrive for a couple of
course.
years, I imagine.
Mhm.
We'll
Those
just have to
times.
take care of my brother's funeral, and I'm so sorry. Imogen, could you please get me
Yes,
some
mother.
water?
Of course, mother.
Yes, please. Just some water.
And I'm looking at her, and she doesn't look so good, and I'm just gonna take my
No.
sweet time. I'm just gonna
There's just
walk.
like she's beginning to like a little like extra pus, like maybe she has a chest illness, perhaps, or
Yes,
I
I'm
don't
just gonna
know,
walk
cyanide.
to get some
Yes.
water from the other
Yes.
side of the greenhouse. Just-
Yes. You know, Solange, I appreciate you putting up with my daughter Imogen as much as you have, considering how. But she's done a good job finally. I mean, it's been years of me drilling into her how she needs to actually.
She's been one of the most wonderful people to me here.
Oh,
Most
she's
intelligent
always.
and intriguing company.
Oh, yes, she. If she doesn't have looks, she does have a mind. It's a simple, half-peasant mind, but it's still a mind. Oh, I'm feeling somewhat. Oh,
Your water,
Yes.
mother.
yes.
She's been such a great dear to me. I feel like I could do anything for our friendship.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Imogen, do me a
Yes,
favor, will
mother.
you?
Certainly, of course.
I wish you to tell Saoirse that you beat her just a little bit. That I'm disappointed, I will tell her myself.
Oh dear. Hmm.
Did you poison my mom?
Well, I had to make sure that this is the right woman, yes?
Yes, this is the right woman.
Good.
Let's not
She puts
tell
her two
Saoirse what we did.
No, what not we did.
What
Now
you
that the
did.
seat's not occupied, please grab a seat.
Sure.
We have some time.
Yeah, we should probably move
Soon, don't worry. I
somewhere.
have a plan.
I mean, I've pretty good friends with Felicity. I think we just.
Yes. Yes,
Sure,
of
the
course. I was
graveyard.
wondering,
Yes.
you know, God is very good about forgiving murder for various reasons, as long as you invoke the correct thing, yes. But
Oh, go to confession.
killing a family is usually not something that is good. You have to sacrifice at least a few lambs for that.
Right.
Why would you do that to yourself? You would be damning your soul, Imogen.
Well,
If it's just killing a woman, it is not too difficult to ask for help.
I didn't think that it was the I didn't want you
You
to.
ask for Jamal?
Well,
Mon Dieu, he has such a soft heart, you know.
does he really?
Yes, he was always such a sweet man when I visited him and his sister.
I feel like I've learned a lot today.
Hmm?
I. There's a lot happening right now. I'm very impressed. Like that. Smooth.
Well, you do know that one of the most infamous assassination failures in Roman history was when someone said, "I send my regards" with something like that, and then got tackled by bodyguards. Yes. You
I've
never
heard.
say anything like, "Oh no, how dare you not hold your arsenic or cyanide until it's too late." Yes.
There.
No gloating.
No. No.
Now she is a horrible woman. I assume
She
you'll be
is
dealing with her as you
quite
see
was quite terrible.
Mhm.
I thank you. Wasn't sure how I was going to go about it myself, but she was going to be a problem for a lot of people.
That's what I thought too. I'm glad I
In
thought correctly.
upsettingly large number of people for a very long period.
Yes. Do you want to inherit this estate?
I
We can keep those papers unless you know, just in case.
I was thinking Jamal seems a little sad. Sometimes I was thinking maybe we could just change the name to his, since he was also one of Earl Grey's children, and just let him have it.
But I'd feel so bad to Lady Sienna. She's gone through so much, you know. She's
But she's a
Gilbert.
Trafford now, isn't she?
Yes, but more money and wealth is more money and wealth.
Well, that's fair. I don't know exactly how much money Earl Grey has, as far as money and wealth goes.
Well, from what we got to spend for the West tournaments and stuff, it was not
Fair
little.
number.
Mhm.
Well, I can't say I'm not particularly attached to the estate itself. A lot of bad memories attached to it, in a manner of speaking.
Mhm. Like I just like glance at the dead body.
And there's still like foam coming out of her mouth. Like she's
Uh-huh.
just like there's a
Foaming.
little bit of convulsions there.
Yeah.
She's in the process
She's
of slowly
actively dying.
My chair's
I'm
getting
actively
kicked a little
dying.
bit.
at the moment. She's just
Bad memories.
she's just actively dying. It'll be like another 5-10 minutes
Yeah, I'm
before
waiting
she's
for it to
actually gone.
actually die before I report
Yeah.
her.
Mhm,
I mean, the
mhm.
recognition wouldn't be bad. I'm not going to lie. Having the status would be a bit of a comfort, for insurance, I suppose, personal. But it's not the estate that I'm after. Being recognized as at least someone's wanted child would have been nice. Which, to be fair, Earl Grey wrote a very nice letter. That I
Your
received
mother said very
post-mortem.
nice things about you before she was poisoned.
Did she, though? I felt like they were all very backhanded. That a
It's one of the
compliment?
nicest things she said to you.
I mean,
All
if you
your life,
believe it,
probably,
as
that's-
she was keeling over, those were the nicest things she's ever said about me in her life,
I
so
have a feeling. I've met women like that
I'm sorry.
back in the day. Oh,
Fine.
don't
Awful.
be. Typically, don't you know, further east, there are many babushkas who specialize in dealing with unwanted relatives, usually husbands, but mothers
Really?
sometimes too.
Interesting.
Yes.
So about your letter that you sent,
Oh, please don't. That would that would be very embarrassing. Please, can we discuss this maybe in a more scenic place where someone is not actively dying, please?
I
There's a
just-
knock on the
I'll prepare
door.
myself.
oh,
Just a moment. I need to look sad.
should I look like what happened here? Is that what?
Yes,
Okay.
we're going to be. I'm
Oh.
calling in a favor after this, but yes.
Please help! Come in! Help!
A young man walks in. It's John Page.
Oh,
Um,
it's John the
it's like-
Page. Oh God!
Yeah, it's John the Page. He's like, hello, right? And he just sort of
Oh.
steps over and he's like, if you don't mind, my lady, my understanding is that you, Miss Lady Solange Lady, is now in charge of the estate. There's a dead body there. He's not really paying attention. I've come since
I
you're
just-
the charge.
I just like
Of
adjust her hat a little bit and be like, oh, don't mind her. She's passed out. She's had a bit much to drink.
oh, well, and he sort of takes this
And I stand
onion,
in front of
takes
her.
a bite,
Oh,
takes a bite of it for courage. Right. So as the head of the
Before
state?
you say anything, little page, I need you to do something for me.
oh, yeah.
Yes. Please go and fetch I want to call him Lord Han Han. He's not Lord Han Han.
Damon
Damon
Williams.
Williams?
Count.
Please
Yes.
find Count Damon Williams.
Oh,
I cannot
okay.
move from my chair. I'm far too distressed.
Why?
Please.
What happened?
No.
are we going to get
Fetch
the count
him,
in
it
this,
is
or are
an
we just going to sweep it
emergency.
under the rug?
It is
What,
an emergency.
All right, we're gonna...
Oh, all
yes,
right. Are you having like
please.
a hysteria thing or something? I could go
Yes,
do that.
Something
it is
like
very
that.
feminine and very emergency. Go.
Yes. Okay. Well, all right. I'm just going, since Imogen has no parents, because she's an orphan from wherever, like, I was wondering if I could ask for her hand in marriage.
You may ask after. Go.
Okay. All right. Where am I going?
Fetch Count Damon Williams.
You're a
Right.
page.
The
Your
pipe
job, yes.
guy.
Oh,
One of them.
yes.
The shorter,
Right.
rounder one.
Yes. Right. Okay. All right. I will see you later, me love.
And that's the look on her
Wait,
face as he
and he
leaves.
just-
It's just,
He just hands you his half-eaten onion as a present, and he goes off to get Count Damon Williams.
Yeah, after he leaves, she's like, if it wasn't for your face of revulsion, I would have asked for your taste. But I'm glad that you are not blind.
thank you.
Or
Before he gets back, what I was originally going to say was, I hesitated in my reply because I wanted to murder my mother first.
Oh.
I
You told me not to reply at all if the answer was no. I just wanted to make sure you didn't think I wasn't replying. I had to take care of things first, but it seems you took care of it for me.
I hope you're not upset. Sometimes I know it's very cathartic to kill your own relatives, but
So why are we bringing Count Damon Williams into this? I was thinking of having
No.
Felicity just bury her real quiet, like she's
oh,
not
I
from
was
around here.
going to put a little prank on the Greys. That you see, the Greys, I've been doing a lot for them, but it's time for me to do something for my own pleasure, and he owes me a favor. You see.
Which Greys is this? Because if they find out she's original Grey, that
Oh,
they
no,
might
no,
hang
no.
everyone.
She is just
Okay.
a very well-dressed peasant woman, mother of my
Oh.
favorite maid, whom I invited in
Saoirse's
secret to-
mother. Oh,
Yes.
tragic. And she died. Should
And-
I wipe the phone?
Yes,
She just
No, no,
pass
no, no,
out.
no. it is because you see the must be leftover poisoned,
poisoned
wine.
wine.
And I believe the count should take all the vintage wines and inspect them himself. You see.
Yes. Do you have a little extra of that? Whatever you put in the tea, so we can put it in the bottle now to make it like check
Oh,
out in case they
naturally.
send it off.
She like
Yeah.
she like takes out her brooch. There we go.
There we go. Just don't drink any more out of the bottle, and maybe finish your glass. No, you know what? And she just moves the glass over to her mom's side. There we go.
No. What I do is I just pour more of it and I set it down.
Oh, you
we
hadn't
go.
drank it yet. Thank goodness. Yeah. Now we just wait for the count.
Yes, because unfortunately that-
Oh, yes, hysteria. Women's in hysterics. Did I hear that correctly? Oh, goodness, not tears. I thought it was a different kind of hysteria. I was ready to handle the situation, but it seems, oh gosh. Have a handkerchief, please. Got cats on it. Yeah.
It is another tragedy. It seems that even posthumously, my late husband's son
Oh,
has poisoned
goodness,
wine.
is she having hysteria too?
No,
And he
she's-
gestures to the woman on the ground with foam at the mouth.
She's fully
Oh,
dead by now,
goodness.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's fully dead by now. Yeah.
She drank the wine. I fear that the wine supply is
Oh.
poisoned. Please, my lord, if you
Heavens.
have any
Goodness.
mercy for me or any goodwill, please go
Who-
inspect all of
Who
them.
is
so
this
that
woman?
No
Is
one
this
else-
is this a noble lady who would have to put
No.
us under investigation?
No,
I-
I dressed
no,
her like
no, my
this
lord.
because.
This-
Please
I'll take care of it, Solange. Lord Damon Williams, this is the mother of Saoirse, Lady Solange's head maid. She wanted to thank her mother, who had come all this way to visit Saoirse, for all the lovely things that Saoirse's been doing and hard work as her lady's maid, and gave her some clothes to dress up to be presentable to have tea as a thank you. You know, peasants so rarely, like of people of my station, rarely get to enjoy such fine things. Oh, yes, that is quite correct, friend. You say it's the wine that was poisoned. Well, we did. Oh, dreadful business that. Seems she drank quite a bit. I noticed like 3 glasses missing of this bottle. Well, you didn't drink any of it, did you, Lady Solange? I don't think we have
Not
that
yet.
pure left in that. We should order more of that, whatever that was.
Yes.
What was that bookish girl had some, I believe. Yes, well, Evans, well, I suppose let your lady's maid know that her mother's... I'll let her know that her mother's dead.
No, I should let her know myself. She would be so distraught, and perhaps it is
More
better
of
to
those
come from
hysterics.
another.
Yes. You know, you've a valid point. That is a lot of. I will get the sheriff, and we will
Please,
dispose of the
take
body.
all the wine, please. Just
Oh yes.
take
We
it
shall
all,
have to.
Inspector.
We shall have to conduct a thorough investigation of the entire wine stores of the Grey Estate, including taking some samples and sending them off for testing. Tampering, signs of tampering.
Oh, you're so brave.
Yes,
my lord.
oh yeah, of course I am. Well, yes, isn't that right, Sheriff, Lord High Sheriff, and yes.
What?
Yes.
Am I? Should I go in there? I don't want to see women crying. Are women
Well,
crying?
there's a
in
lot
there?
of crying women in here, and by a lot I
Oh,
mean
I
2. Well, where 2 are crying and 1 is dead.
Oh, there's a dead woman.
It's a
Is it a
peasant
noble?
woman. No.
Oh, it's a peasant woman.
A peasant
Oh, I
woman.
see.
Yes.
Yes, no. I was just dealing with the dead body of the peasant. The son, the
You're the
deranged,
bastard.
the mad.
Yes.
Well, yes.
He has
Heavens.
been another victim.
Well,
They are of
also,
sorts,
oh,
lady, yes.
pardon me.
I'm running out of
Lady Solange,
handkerchiefs, please.
there. Yes,
I
please.
know she
There's
was
so
just a
much crying
peasant, but
there.
her
Well,
daughter had so much class, and I
Oh,
can't.
well, yes. I see. Well, if she's a lady's maid, then of course she'll have I'm so sorry for the loss. Just tell. Should we just get someone to? Can we get one of the pages just pick up the body? And we can just. Is there like? Does she have enough money for a pauper's grave or some such?
No, but perhaps we could get the stable hand to help. He's a
We
nice
do
man.
have an old derelict, not used cemetery anymore on grounds. We could just dig a hole there and put them there.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry, Imogen, the
Oh, yes, the
tutor.
tutor.
That would be something that the lady of the estate would have to decide if she wants peasants. You have the. Do you want us to?
It's an old cemetery. It's not the current cemetery.
No,
Hmm.
we don't bury real nobility there. That's what
Oh.
my deceased husband said.
Yes, yes. Well, I mean, if you are, if you are in favor of that, seems to be very. There is a bit of a tricky wicket. Lord Sebastian. Who is going to take over this estate? We need to figure this out.
We
Actually,
do need to
because-
figure this out, but I guess we should
yes.
deal with the dead bodies first. I mean, they're only going
Oh,
to
yes, I.
stink up the place along with us,
well,
right?
that's fair.
Please
Well, I mean,
also look at the wines to ensure.
Of course, yes,
Yes,
no, we
yes,
will
yes.
thoroughly
Everyone's
inspect the wines.
safety is so important.
Yes. Yes, I understand, Lady Solange, that someone as a weak and fair heart such as yourself would be so upset by dead bodies. We as men, of course, have seen
Men,
dead bodies all sorts of
Yeah,
times. We're not
all the
bothered by dead
time.
bodies at all.
Bodies. All of the place, so
Uh,
many bodies.
Just dead.
Lot of
Yes, I mean
bodies.
all the time. It's just, yes,
Yes.
in the war.
Oh,
Yes,
the
yes. Well,
terrible
we'll-
war. Yes.
Yeah, no, we're not going to touch the body ourselves, but we'll get one of your footmen to just,
Yeah,
pick it up. and-
that one that smelled of onions. I think he would.
Oh yes, he smells like onions.
Yes.
Well, you know how peasants are. They just
It'll cover
they
up
don't-
the
they do
stench
all
of the body. The onion wash.
Oh, yes, it's a good idea,
Yes.
Yeah. Well, now that actually is a bit suspicious, isn't it? Eating all those onions. What if he's eating onions to cover up the smell of bodies? What if he's a murderer?
But maybe he's got the syphilis. You know that does never
Oh, he
know
could
that,
have the
yes,
syphilis,
He could have
yeah.
the syphilis. Yes.
Yes. Well, and he just sort of steps over Helena's body. I guess we'll just go get the pages to take care of this. I'm so sorry. This must
I'm
be so
sorry.
there, and he taps you on the hand. Must be very terrible for you to just deal with all this. Let's hope no one else dies. Also, I don't want any wine tonight. I'll be staying up for dinner.
No. We have to
yes,
inspect
Perhaps
it
strong
first.
spirit instead.
Yes,
We are in need.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Well, do you need like a pastor? We could bring the pastor in to help you're not Catholic, are you?
No, of course not.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, we could bring in a pastor to help you with your
Yes, Bruce,
grief
yes,
and
yes.
hysteria. Yes, but we should probably deal with this Prince Jamal as he went to brains. But because it was a bastard child who'd got, well, I suppose that yes,
Yes.
he's a bastard child, therefore not really of status,
Perhaps
and he's a
after
prince.
I recover, I will
No, no,
speak to
sounds
the
like-
remaining greys, and we will have a conversation before we trouble you fine gentlemen anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes, well, we should.
I think the
go
prince
get-
should be fine. Status prince over bastard, you know. This is...
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yes, I heard it was
There was
self-defense.
lots of...
I mean,
I
after
did
all.
hear too. I mean,
Murder,
I
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
watching because I was getting the guns for the peasants.
Yes, but also,
That's horrible, man. He attacked a member of nobility. Don't you know Lady Sienna was hurt? It was
Ew.
awful.
Oh, so he's defending
Yes.
a noble woman. Oh, of course.
well, that's
yes.
different.
Of
Yes,
course,
well,
a bastard deserved to die. Yes.
yes, he did. As a matter of fact, I mean, you can't touch your hands on one of the English roses. Put your fingers on it, well, then you'll get snapped by
Snapped.
apparently
Pruned.
a prince from Africa. Just well, good for him. We should give him some sort of a award or something.
We should
We
give
can
him
do
an
that, can't
award.
we?
We can
Oh,
do
he's
that.
such a
We
hero.
should be able to make something happen. Yes.
Yes, we should give him some sort of award for that sort of
Yes,
thing.
yes, we
Yes,
shall. We'll
yes.
see what we can do. We'll see what we can do.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
Thank you, my lords.
You
oh,
should
you're
probably
welcome.
clear out of here, get
Wise.
away from the body, you know,
Of course.
your
Yes,
womanly
yes.
sensibilities will calm down when in less close of proximity. Oh,
And Misha, do
Yes.
you mind if I lean on you?
of course, milady.
Yes. And
Oh.
I'll be like,
Oh yeah.
I just like
Well.
faint delicately, you
Oh,
know.
Oh, how awkward.
I have to make sure she's taken.
Oh, good. Thank you very much. Yes. Make sure there's some sort of meeting later. You can talk
Yes,
about.
yes.
Yes, we will.
Get your family lawyer, the
Yes.
barrister, solicitor, please.
Yes.
Why
she
is
looks
this peasant
dead.
woman? She does indeed. And why is she wearing such nice clothing?
Apparently
Too
there's
many
a
peasants
gift
with
for
ideas
being,
here.
you know,
Yeah,
the mother
yes.
of the lady in waiting, you know, or
I
alone or
must-
something.
Yes, I must tell you, Count Damon, the peasantry around here have got too many airs, I must say.
Very pretentious, this peasantry.
Very pretentious. Yes.
Soon they'll think they can impersonate nobility's houses.
Could you imagine? Well, but that was ridiculous. There's
Well,
no way a
ridiculous.
peasant
No.
could impersonate a noble. They just don't
Absolutely
have the
not.
skills for it.
Couldn't they? No, of course not.
No, we should definitely find some sort of award for this
Some
Prince
award,
Jamal.
yes.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
some
like-
type of a title
Like
might
a
be a bit
knighthood.
much. A knighthood,
We
yes,
could give him a knighthood.
Give
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Let's look into it then.
Let's look into a knighthood for that.
Yes.
Prince
Oh.
Balfour, yes.
That body is still here. Where's
Uh,
that page? I
oh,
don't want
wait.
to touch the body.
I'm getting a waft of onion. He's coming. He's
Oh,
on
yeah.
his way.
Oh, I'm here to pick up the body. You told her. All right. Huh?
Is there?
Just over the shoulder.
Off you go.
Where am I taking it?
Ooh.
Where am I taking it?
Where did we decide? Oh, wasn't there some peasant
Oh,
cemetery or something?
Yeah, there's a peasant cemetery. Well, yeah, take it to the peasant cemetery. There's some.
I believe the groundskeeper Felicity would know where to put the body. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And John the Page goes off as the two men plan.
Yep.
The next scene,
That's dramatic.
I have one.
You have one. I bet you do. Well, it can't involve my
Yes.
mother now.
It involves your mother. No.
Oh no. Zombie.
Someone has come to call upon the estate, especially because the house arrest thing, you know, finding Sienna here would be a little bit easier than finding her other places. And this is where also her husband, Lord Trafford, is at the moment.
Okay.
And so there is a guest who's come to speak to them.
I imagine that Sienna is well enough to get up and move around for like short bouts of time. She would probably take a guest in her drawing room since she can't really go that far right now.
Your husband would be by your side. Where is my monocle? My goodness.
I don't know where mine is either. I'm glad it's not just me. That's all I wanted to say.
No.
Because I
I
don't
mean-
know where my monocle is either.
Where is my monocle? My monocle should be here. It's fine.
Dude, where's my monocle?
Dude, it, Reginald would have to announce Lord Blanche. Reginald, you have to announce him.
Yes, presenting Lord Blanche.
Yes, hello. It is lovely to see you, both Lord and Lady Trafford. It is a great pleasure to come into your company this day. I do hope that you are doing well, Lady Trafford.
Yes, much better day by day.
Ah, good. May I sit?
Yes, please, of course. Tea should be brought up momentarily.
Yes, thank you. Excellent. I'm here on a bit of business. Happy business, I hope.
Oh, of course.
You see, you may know my daughter, Genevieve.
Yes, I believe I've met her once.
Yes, she is, I must tell you, she is very intelligent, but not in a way that would detract from her ladylike nature. She is beautiful. She is resourceful. She comes with a very good dowry, of course. She is good of disposition. She's not argumentative, of course. Very, well, very pliant. Or she can be, or she could be, or she will become such in the future. And I understand that there are some rumors about her being one of those sorts of ladies who reads, but I assure you that is merely a hobby that she would let go once she becomes properly engaged and married. But she is quite eligible, and yes, I understand she's been eligible for quite a few years now, and she is not yet engaged. But the fact that she is an advanced age of 25 and not engaged is not any defect of the family name in any sort. She just has been, well, it was just not yet time to have her be engaged. I understand that she should have engaged some few years ago, but well, like a wine, ripening. So the point is that your young Chadwick has made a few calls upon Genevieve, or they have not. They danced a few times, and I think it's about time, considering the importance of your family and my own, that we should discuss perhaps. And I do understand that Genevieve is older than Chadwick, but she's still young enough. I was thinking that it might be proper for Genevieve to and your Chadwick to perhaps be engaged. After all, your Chadwick is not engaged with anyone, and Genevieve is still under 26.
I think that probably leaves a bad taste in Sienna's mouth.
I'm shocked. I am shocked.
I know.
that when we-
Surprising. So
What?
surprising. So surprising.
And I will just note for the record, Genevieve is 25 and not engaged. Just
Yeah.
gonna note it.
Yeah.
Just still not engaged, which is questionable.
Right.
Questionable. She might be. I mean, the rumor had it she was quite bookish, so you know.
Yeah. Those bookish types.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Sienna kind of looks at Conwell and like is like they're friends, right?
Yeah.
They're very familiar with each
They're
other.
pals.
They're
Yeah.
pals. She'll like gesture
I'm
to
sorry,
him like
married.
married, right? Oh yeah, well that's a thing. She'll like gesture to him
Yes.
like, can I take the reins here, kind of thing.
He smiles and goes, well, I do know that Chadwick is not yet engaged, and we do need to find a good match for him. And he just says that as a way to like open up the conversation to just pass it
Right.
over to you.
Right. Yes, darling, I do agree that Chadwick could use some settling. I do, however, believe that, despite the slight age difference, that Genevieve's temperament might be better suited for my son Sebastian.
And you can see Lord Blanche goes, ooh, Lord Renwell.
Yes, he is has inherited the Renwell estate, and very soon he will be returning to the Renwell estate to manage that and start his duties as a lord up there.
Yes.
Well, I understand that Chadwick will eventually take his father's place, and she just kind of like pats Conwell's hand. I do hope that my husband lives for a very long time.
I'm sure Chadwick just needs a little bit of time. He's still
adventurous.
Yes. And you could just see
That's a word.
Conwell just feeling like, I can't really say anything right now, so I'm just gonna not say anything. Just let my wife use adjectives. And Lord Blanche is like, well, yes, I feel as if Sebastian would be quite a good match for Genevieve, and I'm sure she will agree to whichever marriage I put forward. You know, her younger sister is not able to get married yet because Genevieve has not yet decided on her suitor. She's a bit of a dreamer, but she will listen to her father, whatever her father wishes. So I think that a match between Genevieve and Sebastian would be the perfect match. And meshing the Traffords and the Blanches would be, I'm sorry,
And
the Renwells and the Blanches
as well.
Yes, that would be quite the thing. I am so pleased. Thank you so much for this. It is, we should have some sort of soiree. Perhaps we should not have it at this estate, considering it happened just a few days ago.
Yes, no. Perhaps we could arrange something at your place if that's quite all right.
Yes, although Genevieve did say she did want to come back to the estate, that she quite liked the architecture. Please don't think that she thinks too much about things like architecture. I'm sure she actually meant, she meant the flower
Like
arrangements
the flowers,
here. Yes. She's quite interested in flowers and
as she should be. Good.
She's quite good at needlepoint as well, I have to say. She'd make a very good
excellent.
wife.
Good.
Quite ladylike. So perhaps she does have her heart set on returning back to this to the estate for some reason. The flowers, she's the flower garden or something. But
Right.
I'm so pleased. My wife will be overjoyed. My younger daughter will be overjoyed. Everyone will be so happy to hear about this engagement. Bless you. This will be such a. Thank you for that sherry. I am going to ride back and let my wife know that everything is settled. Oh, thank you so much. Oh,
Yes, of course.
Lady Sienna, I'm so pleased that you arrived and you've married Lord Trafford. Lord Trafford, just shaking both hands. You can see there's like this wave of relief over him, just like, oh, thank God. My 25-year-old daughter who reads way too much and. Yeah, and he's just, he leaves full of the best joy of all times,
And
knowing.
it's not Jamal.
No, it's not Jamal. He's not going to have some sort of rake marry his daughter, so he's going to get his daughter hitched, whether she likes it or not, to whomever he wants, and it's Renwell, great. Either Chadwick or Renwell, both fine for him, and he leaves full of happiness that he will get his daughter married, finally. She's so old. She's 25.
So old. Oh my God.
She's so old. She had that reputation for being bookish and everything. It was very difficult.
Mr. Facilitator.
Oh, yes.
Real quick question.
Oh, yeah.
The drinks that were being served last night, like the previous night in the party, were they not sherries?
Oh, this.
There's all sorts of
See,
things.
the thing about people up until the 1930s or 40s is they just drank
all the time
a different alcohol with every single course.
Okay,
So like if you had a 6-course meal, that'd be 6 alcoholic beverages plus the one before the meal started, and then also
Now,
they drank a lot.
the glasses
Okay, as
were
long as it just
smaller.
doesn't die, we're good. Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you would have a sherry with this course, a white wine with this course, a red wine with this course, a liqueur with this course.
They drank a lot.
You did.
They just drank a lot. That's just yeah. Oh, by the way, Lord Blanche, when he's walking out full of like he just won,
They've been
he might
bigger.
see Jamal and just like nod Jamal with his hat, like with like, I know something you don't know, like he just like the cat that ate the canary before he gets into his carriage to leave. He's very, very excited to have beaten Jamal once and for all. And the story between that is just completely over. And he won.
Everything's
Yeah.
done now. There's
Yep,
no
everything's done. Nope. No
complications.
more resolve
that'll happen
tokens
at
or
all.
complications, none of that. Who's next for their visitation?
I don't have to murder my mother now, so I need to think about what I want to do.
Well, you don't have to.
I know. To murder anymore. I'm like, wow.
That you don't have kinslaying. That's bad on your soul.
Apparently, that's, if my French lady says so, I will take her word for it.
Oh, you're French lady, huh? Oh, interesting.
Your French lady.
Well,
Mhm.
she's made some moves, and I'm maybe in a better position to accept those advances now.
But who's going to give you away?
We can pull my aging nan out of Ireland. Also, we can't get married. It's the Regency. I'll just live with her.
Fair enough.
It's
Oh,
the
fair enough.
Regency.
Yeah.
They're roommates. Don't worry
We're
about
They're
it.
roommates.
They're
They were
chums. They're
roommates.
chums.
Can
I do have the
can
letter.
give, like one random bit of trivia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Technically, the first gay marriage happened in England very soon into the future because Gentleman Jack and her
Oh.
lady love, they actually shared communion and therefore considered themselves wedded lawfully and spent the rest of their lives together. Actually, but yeah, but
Nice.
just random side note. Soon.
Yeah. I technically have that letter from Earl Grey and a signet ring, which means I just gotta be like, oh, look, I've been acknowledged by the late Earl Grey, so I'm just a noble lady living with another noble lady, because I'm visiting Prussia for a very, very extended time period. It's fine. It'll be fine. We're roommates.
Just consoling me if after my loss.
Yeah.
obviously.
Yes. My father, your husband, yeah. No.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We'll console each other.
Yutsai, I think you had one.
Yes. Just quick clarification because there's a lot of things happening and
I
a lot of
know.
machinations.
Yeah.
Is Sylvia aware of like Sienna's relation to her and her father? Like that whole like I think she might be aware of it, but I'm not
That'd be-
sure.
No.
I
Yes.
feel like
yes.
that'd be
Because
up to Agnes.
yeah.
If Agnes
See-
told her.
Sylvia knows because Sylvia was in on it because she was the swap
Okay.
out, right?
Yeah.
She
So-
was the swapper.
Right.
Sylvia
Swappy.
knows. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I think Sylvia would like to meet for tea with Sienna.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of people calling on Sienna today. I'm here for it.
Sienna, some
Wait till it's my
random
visitation.
peasant from the town wants to meet with you. The one who was threatening your son? That one. Yeah. Mhm,
That one.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
I'd Sienna, the lady of the house, will set up a very nice tea in her parlor again because she really can't move too far away from it right now. And will invite Sylvia over at her earliest convenience.
I'd like to imagine that this tea is happening at the same time as the tea where my mother gets murdered. In
Oh,
the,
absolutely.
In the greenhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
Absolutely. Death and
So-
high tea.
Yes.
Sylvia arrives. She is dressed nicely. There is a bit of ruggedness to her clothing. It's not made of like the finer stuff, but it is still practical in a sense. She would give polite greetings, a kind of a combination between a bow and a curtsy, but she would request, may we speak in private? And to emphasize this, she will, for perhaps the first time that ever in the game, she will unclasp her sword off her belt and hand it to the attendant, the guard that
The
is
page.
kind of the page that's there to kind of keep an eye out.
It's John the Page. You can spell onion. And he's like, when did I get to like ask permission to marry Imogen? Like, it's like gonna happen. And he keeps wanting to do that. And he always gets interrupted. So poor John the Page takes the sword and he leaves, unable to ask Sienna for Imogen's hand in marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sienna will, after Sylvia hands over her sword, because she's a little wary about blades right now from, supposed family members. And she will close the door to her parlor, and then cross over and sit in her seat and gesture for Sylvia to join her.
She sits down from across from her. There's definitely like a distance, a buffer of sorts, plenty of room to breathe. She
100%.
leans forward, her elbows kind of resting on her legs, her fingers tented together in a sort of gesture of contemplation. And there is pause to her being that seems to she knows what she needs to do, but it does not make it easier.
Mm-hmm.
And
Does
you
she
can
take
kind of
take a while to talk? Does she is there like a pause of silence at all?
there's a couple breaths that it seems like she's going to start talking, but then she just kind of breathes out.
Okay, I think Sienna probably interrupts, like as she's about to talk, kind of thing. So I understand that you're my niece.
Your niece.
Yes.
Do you know who I am?
I have my suspicions from what I've been told and what I've seen.
Then you know what my place is for what's been done to you.
I know that you were a child, as I was, and you did not have a choice.
She nods. Though, even with that said, it doesn't seem like it makes her feel any better. Her head lifts up to meet your gaze, and there is that gray in her eyes. It is a piercing gaze, but one of unlike unlike her father, not one of constant thinking and planning and plotting, but rather just like a stern, straightforward gaze.
Very direct.
Agnes told me I needed to mind that. Says it throws people off if I'm not careful. Unnerves them.
After the life I've had, having straight answers is a blessing.
This house is so complicated. Too many plots. Too many
This house
plans.
is a curse. It's all it's ever been.
Is that what you truly think?
Yes, I've lived it.
You would be the one to know. May I tell you a story?
Please.
A young woman was raised in secret. She grew up believing in tales of chivalry, tales of nobility, believing that those with good hearts and good intentions could make the world a better place. And yet, wherever she went, she saw machinations, secrets, actions that do not fit nobility, the very essence of the word, noble. And she once again pauses, as if this is something she's been grasping with. I thought I knew who my enemies were. When you have a clear enemy, everything is very simple, especially if they're a living, breathing person. You simply stab them, and the enemy is dealt with. But identifying the correct enemy has always been harder for me to come to terms with. You said this family is a curse, correct?
Yes, I believe it is.
I'm starting to come around to that lane of thinking. I used to think it was the enemies my father spoke of, those he stood against. Perhaps this whole wretched name is the enemy.
This life that we have, it's stolen. How can anything good come from something stolen?
That was not my father's concern. He believed that if he could destroy the enemy once and for all, then all shackles on the next generation would be lifted, and we need not suffer. And now I find myself shackled by his actions in a house that is a mess, in a life
in a web
that
of
is
lies that he's spun.
Web of lies, too many spiders.
Not enough lies.
Now until the whole web may fall apart at the seams. Though maybe it should. She kind of looks at you, and now there is a hint of a purpose. I may be old-fashioned. Despite my name being gray, I prefer things black and white. Preferably like a clean slate, if you will. What would you say to wiping the slate clean?
I think Sienna pauses here because, like, she's thinking of her own ways to wipe the slate clean. And I think she just.
I'm so
takes a
sorry.
moment.
I hate to interrupt you. I found something that might be interesting to you. It's a monologue token.
What? Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
So in this moment, Sienna takes just a couple breaths to kind of gauge Sylvia and that directness and that purpose in her eyes. And in her mind, I think she's thinking, this feels like another one of those double-edged conversations that I'd love so much. Wiping the slate clean is very different from shattering it all together. Is that what I want? Do I want to start fresh? Do I want to stop everything? Am I angry enough to ruin, to cause ruin? This life, I've said it before, is stolen, and it's not ours. And while it was just, and I don't think the reason for taking it was wrong, how can we keep something so tainted and expect it not to corrupt us as well? Clean slate, I think, is a luxury. And I don't know if we can afford that luxury. I don't know if I want that luxury. I'll listen to what she has to say. And then Sienna, out loud, will say, what exactly do you mean by a clean slate?
At this, Sylvia's face turns to almost like that of a amused child, one who gets too close to the creek's edge and falls into the water, or kicks the donkey and does not expect the donkey to kick it back. That sort of, oh, we can do something. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but better than sitting in it, right? Well, there's nobles aplenty in this place. I always thought I was an heir to fortune, to lineage, to nobility. That's what I was raised to be strong, both in mind, spirit. But perhaps my inheritance is something different. Perhaps my inheritance is that fresh start, that clean slate. And while the shackles named Grey exist, I cannot start again. Let me preface this by saying, I am not your enemy, nor do I wish to be. Unlike my father, I prefer collaboration, cooperation, rather than plotting and secret keeping. So when I suggest perhaps we let a few drapes catch on fire and walk out of here to ends anew with whatever fortunes this place may hold, to start anew, a clean slate. If you prefer to keep the place, do let me know. She smiles.
I think Sylvia would probably notice like a hint. Sienna's very good. She has been in society for her entire life. She's very good at keeping her emotion most of the time, unless her face is around, keeping her emotions in check and very controlled and not projecting what she's actually feeling. I think in this moment, Sylvia catches probably a hint of that female rage buried deep inside in society kind of thing. Oh, sorry. I kicked a cat.
A female rage.
Yeah. I think that the foundation of this house is very weak. And I think that's all Sienna says to that.
Sylvia sips her tea loudly. I must say again, I am sorry. Despite whatever may come, the past cannot change. The dead do not care, for they are dead. But I am alive, and I have my future. So while I have that future, and while I am breathing, let me speak these words with the utmost sincerity. I am sorry for the role that I had played and what happened to you.
I think Sienna is a little like a little off kilter by that apology. I don't think she was expecting such a direct apology. Because of the society she was brought up in. Thank you. That means more than I believe I was willing to admit. Your father, my brother, let's just say the idea that you had of him is not how he was. I'm glad that you weren't raised in this house. I'm glad that you were not subjected to the realities of this society. And I am so very glad that you were raised in a place where you could have those ideals and you could believe in such a world.
There is and Sylvia does not have a great poker face, so you definitely catch like a glint of this. There is a complicated expression. One of hearing things about someone who you had an impression of that very much do not match. Also one of, yes, it's true. There are things that she's grateful for her upbringing, but there were also hard things. Her father being absent from her life, not having access to a higher education, proper luxury that would have made the winters easier, the summers more bearable. Always feeling like an outsider or at times something to be shameful of. But she nods. She doesn't say anything. She just kind a complicated expression, flashes, her eyes close, and then she nods.
Now, one final thing before our tea here ends. How do I put this
quickly grabs
politely?
a cookie from the platter.
Oh, she like
sticks it in a pocket.
Yeah, Sienna like just will see that and like push the entire plate. There's like so many treats, like it's
These
a
are
little
so
excessive.
good. Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
Please take as many as you'd like. I'm partial to the cucumber sandwiches myself. Am I correct in assuming that you will no longer attempt to murder my son?
Oh, right, that. She looks embarrassed. In my defense, I heard him say that he killed my father.
Yes, he is a 16-year-old boy who believed that taking the blame made him some type of hero. He did not indeed murder Lord Grey. As it turns out, that was. Has it been confirmed? Does Sienna know that it was Heathcliff?
Nobody knows, but everyone can suspect.
We've suspected. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's strongly
Because
suspect.
we know none of us did it.
Right.
That's
Unless someone
facts.
else wants to
Well,
step in Sebastian's
however-
place and claim credit.
It has not been confirmed, but now that you know that Heathcliff existed and was a sociopath, you could
I
probably
can assume.
you
Yeah.
could
To poison
assume,
people.
Okay.
and that his
okay,
whole goal was to murder everybody to take
Right.
over. You could assume that. I mean, you could be
Okay.
wrong. It could have been someone else, not him. But I mean,
There's the assumptions there. Okay.
Yeah.
As I said, Sebastian is a 16-year-old boy. The High Sheriff and Lord Damon Williams, right, is his name?
Yes.
Were intent since Lord Grey was shot. And I am a well-known marksman. They were intent on pinning it on me. And Sebastian allowed them to instead fabricate a story that he dueled Lord Grey and in my honor, because Lord Grey was supposedly a terrible person and murdered children, although with Heathcliff Grey stabbing me the way he did, I think I know who actually killed him. So
Sylvia nods. Machinations in order to protect others.
yes.
It's a familiar trait to me.
Yes, and while his heart was in the right place, sometimes I question that boy's mind.
I've not had the pleasure of motherhood yet, but that one has steel in him. I could see it as I drew my blade on him. Apologies again. He is safe from me. I do not intend to seek vengeance. In fact, if the facts are where they lie, I have no vengeance to take. It is an oddly empty feeling. But yes, Sebastian is, unless he should seek retribution, in which case I will defend myself. However, out of
Right,
courtesy
of
to
course.
you, I will aim to maim rather than kill.
Thank you. That's all I ask.
Is
I
he
can tend to
right-handed or
wounds,
left-handed? I can aim for the one he's not dominant in.
Is Sebastian right or left-handed?
Well, left-handed meant you were a Satan-worshipping devil, so you had to be right-handed.
yes, they would make you.
Oh, right,
They would
right.
make it.
I'll-
Okay, okay.
I'll take
Yeah,
his left.
weirdly enough, yes, we are in that specific era. Yes,
Yeah.
hand. Weirdly
I
specific
can-
fact.
I
I
know.
can mend wounds. I can't mend death, unfortunately.
Is there anything you need of me?
And I think you see a little bit of that calculating Sienna, that she keeps very hidden.
It's not a trait Sylvia hates. It's just she prefers to be direct. So
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely.
come on, not with it.
Be sure to attend the wedding. Or excuse me, not the wedding, the funeral, right? We're having a funeral. Everybody knows we're
Yes.
having a funeral. Okay. Be sure to attend the funeral. It's not one you'd want to miss.
She nods slowly. I see. Well, thank you for the tea. It's been lovely. Grabs a handful of biscuits.
This- uh, I don't intend to remain at this estate, but you are always welcome at the Trafford residence.
She ponders for a moment. If I can claim my proper inheritance, the insinuation being get rid of the gray name entirely.
Mhm.
I think a bit of finding who I really am in this world may come first, but
Of course.
resting will always be necessary, and the company of a friendly face is always welcome. He smiles.
I can guarantee you'll always have safe harbor while I'm at the Trafford estate.
Second handful of cookies. All right, I must be leaving.
She just gives a little wave.
We're going to take our break now.
Ooh.
Take our break. And when we come back, Prince,
I have one.
Nugget, and Lindy have
Yeah.
visitations.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
Whew. All right. And we're back. Some of us had cake and have
Hello.
eaten most of it already. That's fine.
I just wanted to point out something in case it was not clear. Because Lord Blanche wouldn't say it like this, but I hope you all got it. Genevieve has got a problem with her reputation. And
Mhm.
he's not going to say that because he didn't want to ruin the chance of getting his daughter married off. But she is 25 and she is not married. She reads books. She is clearly a little bit too opinionated, a little bit too not pliable. We did have a reputation. We had a rumor about her earlier. I just want to point out for the record that she does not have the best reputation within good society because she is not married yet, and that means her younger sister cannot get married yet. So anyway, I'm just saying that she's a bit of a reputation, and hanging out with a cheater, cheating at the whist tournament in the way that she did clearly did not help her reputation either. Side note. So I just needed you all to know that the lovely Genevieve has a bit of a negative reputation within the eyes of good society. Just, I hope I conveyed that properly. The dad was not going to say it, but he was trying to hide it. But I hope you saw it that
Oh yeah.
she's 25. She's not married. She's
Yeah,
smart.
she's practically
What
a
are we gonna do?
spinster.
She's practically a spinster and she reads too much. Like, it is just too inappropriate. Oh, and she clearly does not, she clearly has a bit of a problem being, what's the word? Pliant. She clearly is a bit willful in a way that good,
Willful women. The
willful.
worst.
Yeah. She's a little bit too strong. So, I just wanted to make sure that you know that she has a questionable reputation. Just so you know it. That's all. We have 3 people left to choose a visitation.
I would like to do my visitation.
Please.
And we can do our downstairs characters, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone can do a visitation. Lottie-dottie, anybody in this place.
Perfect.
Mhm.
I would like Saoirse. She has not seen Lawrence since I imagine the peasant revolt. So she's gonna go
Mhm.
looking for him. She's gonna go find Lawrence.
Could be dead.
He could be. I don't know. I'm gonna go check.
He has been injured by Heathcliff. He had to deal with peasants coming. He was one of the first lines of defense for the peasants.
Mhm.
And he's had a hard time.
Had a
Where do
really
we
hard
find
time.
them?
I imagine the first place Saoirse would look would be the stables.
I think Lawrence would be there because even though he's injured, he doesn't know how to stop working. This is the place where he finds peace.
Yeah.
is in
And
his
also
work.
he's had a lot of work to do since there was an entire bunch of nobles fleeing the estate. So he's had to get a lot of carriages ready in and out. So I imagine that even though he's been injured, workers' comp's not really a thing. So I imagine I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Lawrence. It's 1811. You know what I mean? Like it's not the best time.
It's really not. So Saoirse will find him in the stables, and I imagine he's like tacking up a horse or something. I don't know. But she will see him and just relief all over, just shoulders sag, just thank God he's alive, kind of thing, kind of relief. And she will go over to him.
Wasn't he making passes at your sister?
He, listen, we'll get there.
Shit starter. Shit starter.
We're concerned for his safety first. We're mad at him later.
Okay.
I did try to clear the air with that, to be
You
fair.
did, and you
Yeah.
did
You did.
explain. You did.
I'm just sure. I'm just shit starting. That's me.
Yeah. I have to be Irish, so
Oh, you're
we're
Irish, very
Irish.
Irish.
Yes, very so Irish. There we go. All right. Lawrence, are you you're all right? Yeah?
Oh, Saoirse. Yeah, yes.
Hey, you look a little
Are
pale.
you?
Are you okay? And she'll just kind of like grab his face and just kind of like look at him.
He smiles. She's like, yes, I'm fine. Thank you. How are you? Were you in the house during... I couldn't come in to check. It was
Daisy?
a lot going on.
A lot going on. Can we just and she'll because she's very concerned about him. She's gonna just kind of like take his hand and then like move him over to a bench and we'll just like sit kind of thing. I'm fine. I was in the house. I helped Lady Solange get her aunt's body to safety. And then I went with the other servants into the larder, so I was fine. Are you all right? I heard the tale rumor that you were kind of on the front lines.
Yes, it was... They're angry, and they're right to be angry. Yes. Standing in front of an angry mob is not necessarily the smartest of decisions, even if you're trying to calm them down.
No, but I do have to say I am very proud of you for attempting to help, and you did a great job.
Yeah, and I have the bruises to show for it.
Hey, is there anything I can get you? Anything I can do? Anything I can help with? You look like you need a break.
He just grabs your hand and he says, "No, I don't need anything else."
You were always such a sweet talker. I imagine after the funeral, we're going to be heading out. Are you sure you're still alright with going to France? Solange just promised me that she's got plenty of horses.
Of course, if I get to be with you, then I'll go anywhere in the world.
Alright, I'm of the same mind. As long as I'm with you, I think I'm going to be very happy.
And he puts a hand on your cheek to turn you to face him. He goes, "I'm glad you came back to me."
I never should have left.
Don't worry about that anymore.
She's going to kiss him.
Yup.
That's it. That's Saoirse's scene.
Also inappropriate, by the way.
So
There's no
so
chaperone.
inappropriate.
No
So
one cares.
inappropriate.
No one cares.
Because you're peasants. Nobody cares.
Servants,
We don't
no.
care.
Yeah.
No one cares. The nobility doesn't care.
Yeah,
Peasants
it's
be
actually-
fucking. It doesn't matter.
It's true. Peasants have a much better life.
That's how we get
Right, I
more
mean-
workforce. Like
Exactly.
hello.
It's true. I'm going to ask Lindy if you have a vignette, because I feel like Prince's vignette has to happen next episode because
Yeah,
I
it's
think it's
kind
going
of
to be
big.
really
I
epic.
imagine yours is going to be really big and awesome. Since my
Yeah.
mother's already dead, I've had to pivot, let's say. And I think I'm going to break the news of my mother's death to...
Oh no! Oh wait.
Saoirse.
I'm so sorry. Before we
Yeah.
do that vignette, I just make sure. I hope you're okay because I know that was really upsetting
Oh,
to lose
You know,
your
there was a
character's
lot
mother.
of mixed emotions, really.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
touched
yeah.
that someone would do that
Yeah.
for me. I was
Oh,
happy to be relieved of such a burden, some mother, but at the same time, she was my mother. But at the same time, like, it seems to have been done out of love. Oh my gosh, am I loved? Was everything she said a lie? Was everything she said a lie? You know, was everything? There's a lot of questions, a lot of feelings, but we know we're gonna work things out. We're gonna work through it.
okay, okay. Where does this scene take
I'd hate
place?
for Saoirse to find out via John the Page or, well, Captain Williams isn't going to talk about it because she's a peasant, apparently, in his eyes. Also, we have to explain the peasant status because we don't want the whole... So, yeah, I'm going to go find Saoirse, probably after that wonderful, happy moment that she had with Lawrence. I'm going to bring some sadder news.
I gotta say, like the rampant classism of a system that believes that some people are born noble and better for you by birth from God, and other people are trash, does allow you to get away with some shenanigans.
It really does, depending on who you are.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Go on.
So where would I find Saoirse, actually, after meeting up with Lawrence and having that lovely little time?
Honestly, she's probably just doing like some menial tasks for Solange. Probably,
help
I imagine
laundry.
she's like, yeah,
some
that's probably
laundry.
what she's doing. We're probably
Maybe
in the laundry
packing a little
room.
bit.
Yeah.
Packing for Solange a bit, because
Yeah.
I know Saoirse's packed. All the things folded nicely. I will come into the laundry room, which Olivia is probably talking to Reginald about getting promoted to chief laundress. So, you know, us other servants are still
Yeah. And I imagine it's like at a time of day where there's not really anybody here.
It's like,
Like everybody's moved on to other tasks, kind of thing.
Like closer to dinner times, people are helping with dinner
Yeah.
and we're here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just gonna knock knock.
Oh, hey, come on in. I'm just folding some laundry.
And I imagine that the laundry room door is really squeaky from getting, like... It's a peasant-only door, so there's no reason to spend money on the grease to fix the hinges. And it's probably in the basement area kind of bit, so yeah. I close it so that we hear if anyone else comes in and opens it.
Mm.
Do you mind if I helped you with whatever it is you're refolding things? Pressing.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, just folding, pressing, getting everything, organized.
Great. I've,
You're all right. You look a little concerned.
got some news for you.
Oh, you
got
said
some
that. A bit concerning.
Yeah, our mother's dead?
I think she's like in the middle of folding like a sheet or something, and she just slowly sets it down. What?
You know, she had some poisoned wine.
Poisoned wine. Somebody poisoned our mother.
Do you know how the bottle was in circulation at the party?
I thought they got
Apparently-
that though.
They got that bottle. Apparently,
There are
more
multiple
than
bottles.
one bottle was tampered with.
Oh. Alright. I don't think I even knew she was here. I thought,
Oh, she was pretending to be Lady Fiona and Clayt Lath.
of course she was.
She
Not
checked
even
Which
in
you
on
to know
you.
exactly what that means.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Ugh, of
Yeah,
course she was.
I think
That's
she
not even
came in to
clever.
harass you once while you were recovering from... Not.
Oh,
I don't think you were in it.
I thought that was a dream or nightmare. more
Unfortunately,
like.
it was not a nightmare.
Oh, all right. Okay. And I think she's got like her hands on the table, just kind of like keeping her up because I don't think she knows how to react right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just like, I'll come over to your side of the folding table in case you need, like,
Yeah.
or if you start to wobble.
Are we sad about this?
I don't know how to feel about this.
Right. Like a part of me is, she's our mum.
Huh?
Part of me is, I feel so relieved.
I've
So
I
awful.
no,
What
I'm
kind of
so glad I
person am
wasn't
I?
alone in that. I felt a
Ugh.
huge wash of like a burden, like a weight being lifted off of my shoulders.
Like Heathcliff is gone. She's
Uh-huh.
gone.
She's gone.
We've got this Nan, and she ain't coming over here anytime
She's
soon.
not moving by herself. No.
So
She's
does that mean-
ancient.
I'm surprised she's still alive.
Shockingly, she had a cough last I heard, so she might not be for
Oh.
much longer, especially
Oh,
with
maybe
Mother
not.
not there.
Honestly, I liked her better than Mother, but she's still an awful woman.
Both of them.
So, oh man, I feel like I should be crying right now, but
I know how you feel.
well, I'm confused.
I'm
really confused.
confused as well. I don't know if I should laugh or cry or both.
I think a bit of both might be in order.
She did mention you in some of her last words.
Oh, great. Is it the usual, I assume?
She wanted to know that you were always her favorite.
Oh, great. That's not something I wanted to be, but fine, I suppose. She's allowed her opinions, even if they're wrong. Well, I'm sure at some point I'll probably end up crying.
I think it might be the delayed, like a
Yay,
too-
yay.
flabbergasted and relieved to
Right.
feel sad yet.
Right.
Hasn't fully
I
hit.
think knowing that I can. And I think she kind of just reaches over and takes Imogen's hand in her own and like squeezes like it's a lifeline kind of thing.
I'll squeeze
she
back
says
in.
this.
And like hand on your elbow as well, just so like a
Yeah,
little extra
yeah.
support.
Yeah, I think, and it feels almost scandalous saying this. I think we can do what we want now.
Congratulations, you.
Thank you. I'm very excited. You'll be my our maids of honor thing in Regency.
Yes and no. Usually we
Okay.
didn't have like a big party at the altar.
Okay. And family members can give each other away, right? Like if there's no
Yes.
other family members. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it, and you'll give me away, right?
I would be.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, you have to be there.
I did also receive your
Oof.
message about you going
Aye.
to lunch.
If you'd like to come with us.
She's actually invited me along herself.
Oh. All right. Just as like a companion kind of thing.
Could call it that.
And I think Saoirse just kind of like she's an older sister. She
Uh-huh.
knows her sister relatively well. All right. Are there proclivities involved that might be less than palatable for most people?
For society's
For
standards.
for society.
Or there might be.
Oh, all right. I didn't know that was going on there, but
You know,
okay.
it hasn't happened yet. But
Oh, all right. So it's
um,
new. I love it.
we've been flirting with it for a while, you could say.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Seems
it
to care
feels-
a whole lot.
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad.
I've got some paperwork stating that Earl Grey recognized me as an official heir of the not
Oh,
like the
right.
successor, but at least, like a recognized member so that I
As a child,
can travel with you as more of a and
and I
slightly
think
less scandalous.
yes, slightly. Saoirse like breathes this big sigh, just like big inhale, big sigh, and just pulls Imogen in for a hug.
Uh-huh.
And just kind of just squeezes her for a minute and then like pats her on the back and lets her go.
Here's our little
I'm not
ride.
Yeah. I'm not serving you, but I'm happy for you.
No, I would be really awkward if you were serving me. You're my older sister.
Aye. But I'm
So I'm
very
just real
happy
fond
for
of
you.
you. As a.
I'm quite fond of
I
her.
may
think
imagine
she's
I'll have to get one of my own.
probably aye if you're going to be a proper noble.
Strange.
Don't worry, I'll find you someone good.
All right, as long as it's not you.
Oh no. I'm
No.
not serving you ever.
Oh,
You
please
can pour
don't.
your own tea.
I should rather pour my own tea
Also-
than have you serve it too.
Yeah.
Technically, Sienna is a noble. It's just that nobody knows it.
Right, and
Saoirse,
Sienna
yeah.
or Saoirse doesn't want that. She's lived
No.
her whole life working. Like she would go crazy doing nothing as a noble.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You'd
got
have a
more
lot less
nobility
autonomy.
training than you did to
Yeah.
try to A, tutor, and then B, to try to get recognized by Earl Grey. So yeah.
Exactly. So yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I think this is like a
So
really
looks
sweet
like we're all
moment.
going to Prussia or France.
Aye, Prussia. Oh, Prussia, not France. I did say France, didn't I? Prussia, going to Prussia. I don't think I know much about Prussia.
I don't know. I think do they speak German there?
Is it Dutch?
I think it's Deutsch.
Maybe
German.
Deutsch? German?
have to
I don't.
learn-
They don't speak
can see-
English.
I
We'll
know.
have to
I've
learn.
picked up a bit of German. Guten
Oh,
Tag.
good. Aye,
Heise Imogen.
aye, that's more than I know. You'll have to
I
translate
am
for
Imogen
me.
Grey. I'll do my
Oh.
best. I picked up a bit. In the tutoring field, I've had to
Know some
for
languages.
the
Aye.
Traffords. I had to do a bit of foreign language studies, which was
Makes
kind of us
sense.
learning at the same time together. Very rudimentary. Hi, how are you? Court introductions, basically.
Right,
Um,
right. Makes sense. Well, I'm sure we'll cry in a few days, but for now,
Probably, maybe tonight. When we're alone.
maybe aye.
If you get too
maybe take
sad,
a
just
minute.
come, quarters.
Aye.
Have some, well, maybe not some wine. Oh,
Oh no wine. Maybe we'll have some tea. We'll have some
have some tea. I'll make
Aye,
us some
aye.
tea.
Sounds good.
Well, I just figured you should know all of the news.
All
Now
of
we
it.
just have to wait for the house arrest to be done
Aye.
and the funeral. Or at least
Right,
be there for my dad's
after.
funeral, and
Aye.
Solange's husband.
Aye. And her aunt.
Right. We're having a fair number of funerals.
Quite a few.
Oh,
We've got
um,
4 people dead.
technically, our mother's going to be having a peasant's funeral.
And I think Saoirse does laugh at that. She'll be
It's that
rolling in
or
her
a
grave.
completely unrecognized funeral body dump
Oh.
into the old grey graveyard.
Even better. At least she'll be with her own kind.
That's what I was thinking. Keep the lot behind those old rusted iron bars.
Does it make us terrible people that we're happy about that? Oh, I don't want to think about it right
Let's
now.
not talk about it. Let's just
No.
yeah.
Yay. Let's
That's
just
the
not acknowledge it.
news. Congratulations, and I'll be moving
And to
with you. Thank you. Still figuring it out.
Hey, we've
I
got
never
time now.
really imagined that, but I don't hate.
To
And
each
again,
their own.
the ears
I'm
are a
happy
little
for
red.
you. Yeah.
It's nice to be cared about in a non-sibling like way.
I understand. Believe me, I do. All right, off with you. You've got packing to do. I've got laundry to finish.
Yes. All right. I'll see you for tea maybe later if we feel sad
Aye.
at all. We
Sounds
should try
like
to
a
feel
plan.
sad.
We should try at the very
Try at the
minimum.
very least try.
I think she deserves that at least.
Right, we'll try.
All right.
And then I will go.
Love it.
Broken the news to my
So-
sister. In the nicest
there's
way
one last-
possible.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. We do have one last visitation, but we can't do it right now. We have to do it next week because I suspect it will be I suspect Prince's visitation will be somewhat epic. I would like to note that an invitation has been given to have Sebastian and Genevieve have a chaperoned lunch at the Trafford estate. Just so you know. that,
Also, Morris will be there, so that'll be fun. Whee!
Yeah. Just a little bit of an
Fine.
invitation, and I'm sure that invitation. Sure, Jamal knows that it's happening. But yes, there's an invitation for Genevieve and Sebastian to have a lovely chaperoned lunch at the at Blossomfall Park. I'm
Lovely.
sure it will go fine. I'm sure it'll go fine.
Yeah.
Right?
We'll find out next week.
We'll find out next week. I'm sure there won't be any weird shenanigans.
Please. On this channel? Anyways, we're gonna go around. We're gonna say who we are, where we can find you, and your highlights from tonight's game. We'll go in the same order as we did earlier. Yutsai, how was tonight for you? We were happy to have you back this week.
It was great to be back, even if only in voice form. Hi, my name is Utsai. You can find me on Blue Sky by that name as well. You could also find me, well, actually not next week, but Tuesdays on the Wandering DM channel for Gotham City Chronicles, Batman TTRPG experience, which is a lot of fun and a lot more shady in that one. Though I guess I was pretty shitty as Earl Grey. Favorite moments for tonight? I mean, it's always vignettes. Even next to letters, I think vignettes give a lot of fun room for just setting up particular scenes and people surprising even themselves. Yeah, just I think it might be because we all also understand this is the last cycle that where things are kind of coming to a close in a sense. Yeah. But it was good to catch up on mechanics, and yeah, I guess there's just this like huge emphasis on family relationships, siblings and parents, and I am very excited to see how all this wraps up.
I'm so excited. Someone who's gonna be there when it all wraps up. Nugatosaurus, how are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I will definitely be there when it all wraps up because I have plans still, and we'll see what happens. I'm Nugatosaurus. You can find me pretty much exclusively on this channel on Mondays and Tuesdays playing in our Dungeons and Dragons games, as well as on Wednesdays for this game. Favorite parts, I thoroughly enjoyed the Solange meeting with our mother. I was not expecting Solange to go the whole murder route, but hey, I'm here for it. I love it. I think the moment between Lawrence and Saoirse was super adorable. It was super sweet. I don't feel like we've had a lot of moments like that in this game. We haven't had a lot of like sweet stuff. So it was like it was a nice change, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
So much sweetness in this game so far.
So much. I really liked the frankness, but still like a little bit of like machinations and subterfuge of the conversation between Sienna and Sylvia, with them being very direct, but also kind of like skirting around the clean slate issue kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see where that goes and kind of how that situation lands. And yeah, Trooper just you're an amazing facilitator, amazing pot stir. I love the Lord High Sheriff that you play, right? You're the Lord. No.
Yes.
Who's the...
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
I'm the
Okay,
Lord High
that's what I
Sheriff.
thought. Yeah.
And Count Damien Williams is the mole for the prince.
Is the mole for the prince.
Prince
That's
Regent.
right. That's right. Yeah. And I'm just I love this game. I'm very sad for it to eventually be ending, but I'm glad for the time that we've been playing in this game.
Thank you. Someone who's glad someone who I'm glad is playing this game. Dibbles and Dice, how are you?
I am glad I'm playing this game as well with all of you because y'all are wonderful. Yes, I am Dimples and Dice. That is where you can find me on the internet, on all of the socials except Facebook because I don't use that no more. I'm not that old. Let's see. Favorite moments from tonight. Yeah, definitely the matricide. I definitely a fan.
Technically just homicide now.
Oh yeah, it's technically not matricide, but you know, borderline. It's just homicide. You know, I knew Solange had that in her, but now I know for sure. I'm pretty sure if Jamal found out about this, he'd be like, okay, yeah, makes sense. French, yeah, totally tracks. Man, yes, I definitely appreciated the moment with Lawrence and Saoirse. That was wonderful. I loved Nafisa's little vignette there. That with the monologue token, that was beautiful, wonderful, loved it. So good. Trooper, you're a motherfucker. I love you. Chadwick. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got some things that are gonna happen next episodes. I am definitely gonna pull some tags. I'm definitely gonna use some resolve tokens. But I'm excited.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
Very excited.
I mean, I imagine that Chadwick will definitely not crash this engagement soiree. And I'm imagining that Jamal won't crash it, this engagement soiree. And I imagine that it'll just be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine
Everything
it'll
will
just be fine. Yeah.
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 That's all I got. I think. Did I leave anything off? Yeah, I think I'm good.
Wonderful. Someone who's definitely good. So good. Snow, how are you?
Yes, I'm very lawfully good. And
Are you?
I have never committed any crimes.
Nice.
Definitely not in this game. Okay, favorite moments. Holy sh! I mean, everyone's covered a good chunk. So I'm like trying to figure out if there's anyone I really wanted to be like, yes, this. I mean, there is one thing. Always a highlight to my day. The little bits of Olivia that
Yes.
I got. It's always amazing. I think it was brilliant. Every time I get a little bit of Olivia, I'm just like, mwah. And just I love how even just chilling, she's bad for somebody. That's something that I just appreciate about her in general. Something else that I really appreciated, I have never felt more catharsis in I think the past at least 2 months than seeing. And I am sorry for my French, that bitch mom die. Like, holy God. I've been waiting for this moment.
A nicer word than I was using.
I was trying to be like, I have to still be like a veneer of Canadian, okay? There's
A veneer of
limits.
Canadian.
There's limits. But the way that she died as she lived, being an awful human being. And that it was beautiful, Trooper. The way that like also because you also played it like because she didn't expect it, right? Because Solange is always drinking and she's also no blood, right? Like the way that because of her narcissism, she couldn't see past an echo of herself. And that was brilliant, really.
Yeah.
So that was what I really loved. So, that was, I don't know. I appreciate the intricate attention to detail there. And of course, Saoirse and Imogen going, hey, so we're both kind of maybe we have, futures now. That's cool. And, I love that in the end, it's, again, all about the whole family aspect.
Yeah.
Like in our previous game that I played with you lot, Bar Trooper, it was about the meals that we had and the connections that we built. And this one was about really the family connection, which works out considerably considering this is a wreath. And, the wreath would not be complete without Trooper. So, thank you, our dear facilitator. You are the bow to my beautiful DNA wreath.
Yes.
And the rest of you are the DNA. Thank you, Filigrays.
Thank you.
The
And
amount of family you just used just made me go straight up Fast and Furious. I was like,
all
right,
family.
Man. Thank
It's
you.
all about family. It's all about family. And this is very Fast and Furious, I think. Really.
Hold on.
Lydia just dropped a GIF. It's important. It was yeah. It's
okay.
Lydia
There
had
you
to
go.
drop it.
So Trooper, you're their facilitator. How is night for you?
So I died. I mean, my one disappointment, there were a couple disappointments that happened for me. One that I didn't have my blood capsule just ready, and I need to remedy that. I need to, from now on, I need to just have blood capsules just
On a
right
desk.
within arm's
There you
reach
go.
at all
Yeah,
times.
that's your mistake.
That was my mistake. So I feel very badly about that. I also feel bad that John the Page was not able to go and get his get permission to have Imogen's hand in marriage, which he tried so hard. But because like this is how we're ending the whole thing, right? Imogen and John the Page are going to get married together. Sweet, cool. So that was really great. I mean, I'll look forward to that next week.
I did fulfill my secret desire, but no.
Well, you haven't let him down, so I feel like he's there.
Oh, that's true. I gotta let him down. Then it'll be fulfilled.
Yeah, because it's not fulfilled yet, because he's still there. He's
It's still
waiting
there.
for that marriage. So that was great. Those are my two sadnesses. I'm also sad that Imogen lied about the mom's last words.
Yeah.
And didn't
want to give her actual last words. They were really mean.
Oh, wow. I feel like that's so mean. I was so happy to die as the mom. I was so happy to really, I just wanted Solange to be like, why is she talking smack about my girlfriend? And I just wanted to give Solange all the smack so that she could know it. And I wanted Imogen to have validation that somebody else could see how terrible her mother was to her. So I just was very happy to be able to have the opportunity to have someone else besides Saoirse see how terrible their mother was to them, because there should be a witness to that in game. Because I think that maybe Imogen might need some support a little bit, just a little. I was very happy to set up the engagement between Genevieve Blanche and not Jamal, because I expect that to turn out epically. I expect that Prince is just going to do something. There's just a lot of like setups that I'm very excited about. I really appreciated that Imogen's mother was just a peasant, so our investigators were like, "Well, we don't care then." I appreciated the romance. I appreciated the plotting. I appreciated very much seeing the machinations that I have coming from various people. And I have my 2 letters from Heathcliff, and I'm really excited for the epistolary when we get there, which will be very soon. So my friends, I love these players so much. I love the ways in which everybody's like thinking about who they want to be and what kind of person they want to be. And I'm excited to see how we wrap it up and if everyone will get their desires or not. Whether or not some people will avenge the poor mom, who's just unfairly was murdered for no reason. And and I'm just really excited for the letter that I'm going to be sending from Heathcliff to Olivia and from Heathcliff to Sebastian, because I did not forget about Sebastian. That's me. Yeah.
Thank you, Trooper.
Oh wait, we have the premiere of The Gamblers on Friday.
I was gonna say, did you want to mention
7 p.m.
something about Friday?
Well, you should do it.
What's your show?
Yeah, but you're in it.
Okay, I'll do it then. Hi, I'm Laugh Live Lindy, and I'm gonna go with my highlights first. I really liked Saoirse being like, "We're supposed to be sad, right? Should we feel sad?" Because I just feel really relieved. We'll feel sad later, right? I just loved all that. That was great. Any blip of Olivia, as Snow said, yes, 112%. Gosh, yeah. There were so many good little moments. I loved Lord Blanche and his Weasley ways of trying to get his eldest daughter married off as advantageously as possible, and as quickly as possible. I thought that was great.
Yeah, he has a bit of urgency. There's some issues that need to we just need to get her married off real fast.
Yep.
Before
I
any suspicious people can get involved.
Solange taking the initiative and murdering my mom for me. Like, how touching. What an act of love right there, says Imogen. Like, wow, the only barrier that was removing me from potential happiness gone. Wow, this is great. I love it. Am I in love? Ooh, woo? I don't know. You know, it'll be great. It'll be great if I figure out all that stuff. You know, they're both young. They'll figure stuff. It'll be great. And I cannot wait to see what Jamal does next week. That's just all my love is for that anticipation. That's that. And of course, our facilitator for being the sheriff to my account, Damon Williams, and being like, oh, women in her hysterics, oh, they're crying, oh no, we should don't deal with that. Oh, disgusting.
I love how great they are at their jobs, and how like empathetic they are. Like that's just
So
like what I think I love about
good.
them best.
Oh, yeah. So, that's my highlights. You can find us here next week for more Good Society Writing Between the Lines. We're gonna have a slight schedule shift to our Monday, Tuesday games. It will still be bi-weekly, but instead of being on opposite weeks, they're gonna be on the same weeks. So there'll be no game next week, but then the week after we'll have a Monday and a Tuesday game. Carry on that way, indefinitely, because work schedules shifted for people, and we want people to be able to play. So it'll be very exciting. Maybe we'll do something on the opposite Mondays or something. I don't know, to make us have another week. I'll figure it out. Things will happen. Who knows? But one thing you should be excited about is on Trooper's channel this week. We are going to be back after a whole summer off with our Traveler campaign on his channel, The Gamblers. Shit's bad, folks. There was an assassination. My character really doesn't have a lot of reason or right to be there. So I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm gonna bodyguard as best I can and hopefully not get yelled at too much by the king. I've done my best. Also, my character's personal goal is just to not disappoint Severance with the ship's logs. Because I was given that responsibility. And children, and there was so much sickness. There was an embarrassingly large amount of space sickness, travel sickness. So I'm just hoping that they never find out about that part. And that I look okay, that I don't disappoint many people. It's not that Quint feels like their disappointment like Imogen does, not on the same level. It's more like, I know you hate me, so maybe this will make you hate me less. And maybe you'll give me responsibilities on the ship, because I want to do things on the ship. I want responsibility. Imogen maybe doesn't want that responsibility. It's fine. You know, it's cool. That's me. Oh, and yes, there's probably gonna be a wedding and 4 funerals in our next little visitation base. So
4
I can't.
funerals and a wedding.
Well, I don't know if they'll have funerals for Heathcliff and
Oh, the peasants?
yeah, the peasants.
Oh, the irony.
There'll be at least 2 funerals, 2 funerals, 4 burials, and maybe a wedding or 2. And
Or
question
2?
mark number of weddings, because we don't know. Things could happen.
Well, I mean,
Lawrence?
clearly Sebastian and Genevieve Blanche are getting married.
Well, Lawrence and Saoirse are getting married. Maybe they'll get married here in England before they go. I don't know. People are going to walk down some aisles and some funerals, and people are going to get thrown in holes. So that'd be it. Come and check us out next week for more reading between the lines and all the shenanigans that comes. Till next time, have fun and play games.